World-Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hick, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, I guess now and this date on June 16th, 2022, you can see that some of us, in terms of the law, stand no chance. That's what you got.
Ha ha! It sounds like good shit, pal.
Chocolate titties.
Dude, I don't know what color the titties were, but Vince McMahon is fucked, and we're going to be talking about all of that glorious WWE controversy tonight. That man chuckling in the background is the last standing Samoan, Big Rig Nick Utam.
If I worked for Vince and just do some awkward shit, can I get $3 million?
You
just
could.
Asking for a friend.
Ask Nick Khan. He is moving his way up the company quite quickly. And finally, American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
Today, I learned that it is against the law to trip a horse in the state of New Mexico.
Dion,
yes. If you trip the horse and it gets hurt, that's a felony. And I agree with that. I think that people should respect and adore horses as they helped us, conquer and shape the world that we live in.
Agreed. I like horses.
Fucking horses, tripping motherfuckers. Yeah. Maybe if they had some goddamn toes and some thumbs, it wouldn't be so easy to trip the motherfuckers. I don't know. Maybe if your brain is bigger than the apple, you could make some fucking choices in your life. But again, that's just me.
Well, it kind of works out perfectly that you brought up horse talk, Dion, because somebody dropped a nice super chat before the show even started. And, well, I'm sorry.
Who are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
Not even for me to step outside and take care of some business. Apparently.
Not even 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes.
A little spicy.
I know.
Well, Dion shouldn't have brought up horses.
Dion shouldn't have brought up horses. I think of the fucking horse law in New Mexico 2 seconds ago.
You're the one that told me.
No. But the Appalachian gets a goddamn leg up.
Nick did not say a thing.
Hey, the resident good-looking, fully black guy. Oh, he doesn't like horses. Let's bring up a fucking terrifying goddamn button. But no. But apparently these are all my fucking friends. Bullshit.
I'm sorry, man.
Jesus.
I forgive you.
Oh, good. We here at WCBS love each other.
I was about to say, I was like, God damn, all right.
Yeah, we're pretty much a Whitney Houston song, only, 4 sets of balls.
Well, who's the most dangerous in a bathtub? Dion? Is it you?
Damn! Holy shit. That was spicy right there. Holy shit.
This is a serious question, though. Didn't her and her daughter both drown in the bathtub?
I think she did.
Yes.
I think her daughter OD'd, if I remember correctly. But, that's not dark or anything.
So, as somebody that is involved in a celebrity death pool, I can tell you that Whitney Houston was high on something or another and went face first.
It was life, Kendo. It was goddamn life. The woman never did
no, it wasn't.
Life.
It was not. And then as for her daughter, she had something go wrong as well and ended up rolling face first. And then she was in a coma for a while because I was hoping they weren't going to pull that plug for at least 6 more months than what they did.
I am so glad that we started off on such a light foot.
Because I lost that year by 8 points.
And
damn,
that guy had.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm 8 points, and now we're 8 points deeper to the 4 of us going to hell. But that's fine because we'll be together. It'll be great. And obviously, some of our celebrities, maybe including Whitney, will be there as well.
Well, I'm just glad that you have come to understand where we're going to end up. So we're just going to kind of expedite the process tonight on the show. Is that correct?
Hey, majority of our fans.
I heard Amber Heard is gonna cater the goddamn thing.
The fate I accepted a long time ago.
Oh, she's making turd burgers for everybody, Nick.
Oh, Jesus. Real shit sandwiches.
Vince McMahon's favorite. That's actually a quote,
Especially when it says
Vince.
no.
I thought Vince liked chocolate titty milkshakes.
Dude, Vince
That's
likes
one of
everything.
the many things.
That's
he
the
likes.
problem.
Yeah, that is precisely the problem with Vince McMahon.
It's been the gift that keeps on giving this week with wrestling. The happiest person in the world is Jeff Hardy because he's no longer on front page wrestling news right now.
Which is a crazy thing to say because I think pretty much all of us young wrestling fans were like, yeah, at some point we all agreed, yeah, Jeff's probably gonna be the Bam Margera of pro wrestling.
Yeah.
But who would have thunk that eventually in the same week that Jeff would get arrested, that
Again.
the man himself would be fucking target number one.
Yeah,
Vince McMahon, all the shit we already knew. The rest of the world was like, bet. And we were all like, yep. And $3 million later, here we are.
Dude, the best part is that meme. If you've seen it, it's the Mortal Kombat meme with all the pictures on it. And Nick Khan's is moving up the side of the column because he keeps defeating them.
Yep.
That started as a joke. That shit's becoming fucking real.
It is hilarious.
Would you say Vince McMahon is the what is it, the one sleazy producer who kept feeling up all the ladies and having them do weird shit? Is he that guy?
He probably is, considering him. I mean, we'll get into it later, but it's one of those things that they found one NDA, and then it's like that's where all the bodies were buried because they found so many more. And it's just like, look, we know that Vince has been doing the dirt for a while and all that other good stuff, but goddamn, come on, dude.
Listen, Vince. That's a rookie mistake. You never keep your NDAs in one place. All right, come on.
Also, you don't keep your pen and company Inc.
Listen, not only those two things, but Twitter is all like, man, I can't understand how wrestling fans, and you had so many replies like, oh, we knew about this shit, but the rest of y'all didn't give a fuck. We were all childlike fans bitching about Vince McMahon, right? Listen, we was talking about this shit when Homeboy was making Trish Stratus crawl around, bark like a fucking dog.
Oh yeah, and that was
the writing was on the wall.
Yeah, that was what 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. The whole thing where, hey, my wife had a stroke and she can't talk. I'm going to stick my fucking tongue down Trish Stratus's throat. We were all
Right
like, I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say?
Yeah. Like, there's lots of red flags that have been waving for a really long time, really high around Vince. And people are like, I can't believe it. It's like, I can. I've been seeing them. I just, what two consenting adults do together is none of my business. And I don't care that he's cheating on his wife. I don't condone it. I wouldn't do it. But,
dude, this is just like the Amber Heard stuff when they had like, what is it, hashtag me poo. I'm like, we knew about this 6 months ago. Calm the fuck down.
We knew about this 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's why whenever people, jump on the whole, the fans are listen, at some point, there has to be some ownership here. And everybody in the wrestling community knew, listen, Vince wrestling, in terms of wrestling lineage, is arguably the biggest name, right? He is the Vince McMahon, but not a motherfucking single wrestling fan would invite them to a family barbecue.
Not that kind of barbecue, at least.
But we're all crazy. Yeah, it ain't that kind of
there'll be
barbecue.
some spit roasting going on, all right.
Shit, you ain't lying. A lot of glazing.
Yeah. Him and fucking
That is not
Johnny
good
Ace
shit,
staring
though.
down one chick. Oh, Vince, I think we can take her. We'll turn her into a glazed donut.
That's some good shit.
You know what would be amazing right now?
What?
To see the emails that the Bruce Pritchard show is going to get, Kendo.
Oh, dude. There is more censorship going on at the Pritchard show right now with emails than there was during World War II correspondence. They've got people sitting there fucking ripping that shit open and markering out the hell out of it.
Connecticut Rose, baby.
Yeah. There are so many things that they are not going to be allowed to talk about.
Which is which kind of bullshit. I mean, they should be able to talk about whatever they want to, but
Yeah, well, Bruce's tongue is firmly planted up some genetic jackhammer's ass, and that's
Well, I mean, that and from what I've heard from you guys talk about it, he has 47 ads during the show, anyways. So
it's true. I tried listening to a Concast last night, and yeah, it was 6 minutes of don't race against trains and get your dick real hard, and then there was 5 minutes of Tony Schiavone talking, and then I was hearing about getting a mortgage and lower my credit card debt. I'm like, good times. I'm going to go back to listening to hockey podcasts.
So, folks, we will not be giving you any ads for mortgages. We will not be giving you any PSAs about the dangers of a train. Just let it cross. No. We have a bunch of topics, fun shit to talk about tonight. But before we get into it, we'd like to thank our patrons for supporting this show. And we'd like to tell you guys that this week, Kendo and I are going to find some more time to talk about some wrestling stuff. And be on the lookout for that. Now, a couple of housekeeping things before we start tonight's show. On Tuesday, I went and did some Back to the Future location scouting. Sadly, phone reception did not allow the entire thing to be streamed, but it was okay because I actually found a bunch of people that are going to help me produce a little mini documentary about some Back to the Future filming locations. So next year we're going to put out something really cool. But guys, I went to all the principal houses. I saw Marty's house, Doc's house, Biff's house, Lorraine's house, George's house, Strickland's house.
I was following your tweets, man. That was fucking cool as hell.
Well, my buddy Proper Justin, shout out to him, he came out to visit. And he's like, look, I've always wanted to do this. And so he spent all day Monday on his computer. Like literally, we were in the main room, and he just sat there. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm working on the route for tomorrow. Don't look. So it was a big surprise. I didn't even know where we were going, where we were starting. But Nick, it was super cool because he built in all the Halloween locations. So I got to see the Michael Myers house. I got to see the Wallace's house. And I got to see the Doyle's house from the original Halloween.
Oh, Doyle rules.
Yeah, I had a feeling their whole family was going down, but their house looks pretty good. So
that's good. That's good.
But the craziest part, Nick, and I got to look up to get the exact location, but he's trying to drive to more Back to the Future stuff, and we get stopped at a stoplight, and I get this eerie feeling like I know I've been here before, or at least I've seen this location dozens and dozens of times. Here, I'm almost positive we're stopped at that weird intersection from the first Halloween where Michael Myers drives right past Loomis, and he's looking around. So I'm like, oh. So it was an extra Halloween location, dude. It was pretty cool. Nice.
That's
the hardware
awesome.
store.
Oh, okay. Oh shit, that's awesome. That's great. Yeah. I'm glad you found that.
It's by mistake. So folks,
there's
sure
by the way, there's a speakeasy club out there called the Hardware Store that isn't actually a hardware store. It's just a club in the back.
Gee, I wonder what kind of club that is.
Is it the sister club of the Blue Oyster?
No, it's not actually.
Okay.
It's actually a really it's actually a really high end place. It's really nice.
Fancy.
There is one called Adults Only also that's in the back of a porn store. I think off of Hollywood Boulevard.
You don't say.
You think, or you've been there twice?
I've been there twice.
Yeah.
No judgment.
Folks, if you're listening at home, every time Nick says I think there's something going whatever and it's involving something seedy, he's been there.
Listen, I have to go to these places just to make sure it's okay first, and then we can all go.
Just scouting. You're just scouting shooting locations, for the movie that we may make in the future. We need to check out all these fucking titty bars.
Hey, man, you don't know, okay? All right? Every titty bar is different. Every titty's different, okay? I got to make sure they're all up to par.
Do any of those titty bars have white women?
I'll make note of the ones that do and send you a spreadsheet, okay?
My man.
We'll go to the one in New Orleans. That guy promised them.
Right.
It almost worked.
It almost worked. But
Nick's gonna write a thesis on nudie bars.
Oh god, I will never forget that moment in fucking New Orleans. I swear to God.
I think that's probably. I mean, Nick and I were always cool, right? We were always buddies, but I think that was the moment where we realized, we're fucking boys. We're fucking boys.
Because
when a random black dude in New Orleans, hey, we got white women, and Nick saw my genuine reaction. He was like, I get this guy. We're brothers now. We're blood brothers.
It was the most genuine
blood brothers and white women.
Yeah, because we're just walking by, and the guys and the guy's pulling a fucking cheech from Dust Till Dawn. He's like, we have this, we have that, and everything. And then he says, "Hey, we have white women." And then the Christmas look of Dion's eye is like popping open. He's like, hmm? And then him just like spinning around. He's like, "You said what now?"
Good times.
It was. Oh man, you had to be there. You had to be there.
Bonds were formed that night.
It was.
They were.
Great.
We could have killed somebody and we wouldn't have told. But you guys will never know because that's how the bond is formed. But folks, tonight we're going to be covering all sorts of stuff like crazy-ass Ezra Miller. We're going to be talking about a special Bat anniversary. We have a handful of new buttons that you're definitely going to want to see.
Nice. Oh, actually, this is also the anniversary for the opening of Friday. Oh, was it not Friday? Ghostbusters 2. It came out today.
Oh shit. That actually is relevant because I've been, working on Wokebusters with the River of Woke, aka the gender fluid river, and that is directly inspired by Ghostbusters too. So, folks, go to wokebusterscomic.com right now. If you have been following, if you're one of the awesome backers, you know that I ordered the shirts and the slime and the other accoutrements to be sent out to you. And guess what? I have the shirts. I got my shipping notification. The first set of the action cover shirts will be here in a couple days. So I'll be sending out pictures and then I'll be shipping all that stuff out early. Go to wokebusterscomic.com right now for the update. And as soon as I get all this cool stuff in, I'll be sharing it. I shared out the pictures of the magnets. I've shared out pictures of other stuff. So go get yourself some Wokebuster stuff and get it shipped out early.
Buy 3.
Buy 3. Guys, I got Wokebuster shirts for you because we're on the Wokebuster shirts. So
hell yeah.
Well, folks, we'll be talking about all kinds of fun stuff, including Wokebusters, more tonight. But before we start the show, Kendo. Now, Dion, you're an old pro at this, but Kendo, it is your first Father's Day this weekend. You excited?
Ooh, yeah,
wow.
I think so. I mean,
holy shit, that's true.
I know. I everybody else is more excited about me. There was gifts being picked out last night, and I said, "You don't have to buy me anything. I don't care." And then she showed me that she was buying me, and I said, "Suddenly, I care."
Funny how that works.
Yeah, the kids got a special onesie from his grandmother for the first Father's Day, blah blah blah. And I was told to find something. I bought just a shirt that says "Best Pop Ever," and it's got a soda bottle on it, even though I don't call it pop. And when I was asked what I want to do for Father's Day, I said I want to sit outside, listen to music, barbecue, and drink beer, and be left alone. And the response was, "So like your birthday?" And I said, "Yes." But no, it's cool. I mean, I have been thrown up on about 6 times in the last couple of days. So I've learned 2 things. Number 1, if he belches like Barney Gumble, look out, because he burp him, he lets one rip, and it's like, all right, something's gonna be coming right behind this. But if he lets like a fucking deep like roar, he's gonna be fine. He's probably just gonna shit his pants.
Someone's behind it.
Yeah.
I wonder who.
Well,
Fuck you.
well, Kendo, I expect a lot of ties and socks.
I won't get any of that because I got plenty of ties and socks. I'm not. That's not something I would be getting. But
well, listen, all I know is Father's Day. I got to make up for not being there. My boys, christening and all that. So all I know is I'm excited to meet the motherfucker, and I am very, very proud of you, my man.
Thanks. I know. Well, you guys are all technically his godfather because we had that ceremony a couple weeks ago, and because I don't give a shit about that, and I don't buy into the Catholicism because I'm a proud Protestant individual. I just said, here. I was told I need names for some sponsors, so I just wrote Nick, but I wrote his actual, given name because I didn't know if this was like a legal thing or anything like that. I was like, I have to write his actual name on here. And then,
did you call Lape for clarification on how to spell it?
No, because the last time I heard Lape say his name, it was one of the most racist things I've ever heard. So
I thought he was sneezing.
I was gonna say, take a poo and the charm of me doing the voice and just make it really southern and awful and offensive, and you get Brian Lape trying to say Nick's name with that accent.
If you ever were to have a fucking after-school special of like Midwestern Caucasian male glass wearing dad, like that is him.
Yes.
Yeah, but you need to see his wife. You need to see his wife.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like,
nice lady though.
I think he won some kind of like. I think he was the booby prize. They're like, you got to go home with him, and she's like, oh, Lape, yep, Lape, you punched above your weight and you won. Congratulations.
That's a world championship, Lake.
That's right.
Oh, gosh.
You deserve a title. So, folks, this Sunday, if you're not a father, send your well wishes to Dion and Kendo, the fathers of WCBS. But
Please don't.
Also,
just leave me alone.
Yeah, send it. You don't want them to send you beers?
I'll take his.
All right.
I mean, if they're going to
Send it
send
to
me
Dion.
beer, that's one thing, but they don't have my address, and I sure as hell ain't giving it out.
Well, you can send a beer to Kendo via the show, WCBS Show 14320, Ventura Boulevard, Suite 163, Sherman Oaks, California 91423. Don't send Kendo beer to the mail.
You my boy, Blue.
Yeah, send whiskey.
There you go. I have a feeling it's going to get
Seriously,
intercepted if it goes to the PO
We are
box.
open to bribes. We are corrupt, is what we're trying to tell you guys.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, if you want to buy me a bottle of scotch, I am a big fan of the Balvenie.
There you go. So, folks, in a couple of days, it's Iconicon. It's a big multi-channel event streaming through multiple channels like World Class Bullshitters, Retro Blast and Analog Toys, Valaverse, 2 Cent Toys, the guys over at 3POA Podcast, and more. So make sure you guys are going to be subscribed to all of those channels so we can so you can actually catch all the content. I'm doing the Power Rangers stream here on WCBS. I'm also a part of an Attitude Era stream, movie tie-ins, the 90s, video game movies, and more. So, folks, if you're a 90s kid like we are, even though we were 80s babies, then join us over on Iconicon. It's going to be a great time. And personally, I can't wait. Salvador and I have been talking about all this stuff behind the scenes. And, yeah, it's going to be a great time. Now, tonight's word of the day has not actually been decided, guys. So it's a rare occasion that we can dictate what the word of the day is. What are you feeling?
Ooh, knockers.
All right. Knockers it is. So
I
the
like
word
that.
of the day,
It's
folks, is
it's
knockers.
hopefully it's something that YouTube just won't,
Yeah, like a fistful of
Life.
knockers.
those full
Throw a
knockers.
few knockers more.
Yeah,
There you go.
hot tub knockers machine.
Ooh. The Knockers Club.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is, yeah.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Knockers.
Red
That turns-
knockers.
and somehow that makes the movie better.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about Jurassic Knockers?
Yeah.
The old
Like,
ladies.
I don't know about that. That's more
Prehistoric
Dion's world right there.
knockers.
That's more Dion's thing.
True. Closer to me for sure.
Back to the knockers.
It's the
Ooh.
knockers.
Uncut Knockers.
Yeah.
20,000 Leagues Under the Knockers.
Yeah.
2001 A Knocker Odyssey.
My man, right there.
Clear and Present Knockers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Knockers
Star
of engagement.
Ooh,
Yep.
Knockers. of
Star
Engagement.
Knockers Unlimited.
Star Trek 3, the Search for Knockers.
Yeah. Knockers in 60 seconds.
Knockers Trek, the motion picture.
Knockers, the animated series.
yeah. The Knockers, the animated series.
Yeah. The Tommy Knockers. Wait, no, that's a
No.
wrong movie.
Oh, wait, God, that's
Hey,
yep,
it's
yeah.
it's better than the Langoliers.
The Langoliers is a classic. You shut your mouth.
It's one of those so bad it's good type of situations, but yeah, it's a terrible movie. You got flying
It is
meatballs with
fucking
teeth.
terrible.
And Stephen King's got some new ones coming out. But damn,
Boy.
That doesn't necessarily mean quality.
No,
It
I
really
want
matters
you
who
to
just
go-
use
it really- it really matters
maybe there
who-
was cocaine.
God.
Maybe. Maybe
Hey,
cocaine?
I'm still waiting for the Cocaine Bear movie to come out. I'm waiting for that thing to come out.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm the cocaine bear in the movie, so I'll tell you how it ends. They couldn't afford CGI, so they just hired me. See?
Hey,
It's
practical
Jeff-
effects are better anyway.
Yeah, it's just Jeff and the Bears going roar, roar. I'm on
mean-
cocaine. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Roar.
I'm on cocaine.
I want knockers.
Speaking of which, family knockers.
Whoa! How about the Amazing Knocker Man?
Yep.
Ugh, that'd be
Yep.
weird. A little confusing. Weekend at Knockers says Robot Shlomo.
Ooh, that's a
Big
good
Trouble
one.
in Little Knockers.
Lock, stock, and two smoking knockers.
There you go. That's a good one.
I think that's where we should end it. So, folks, keep sending in your knocker titles tonight. We're going to be having fun with all the knockers because that's what WCBS does. It's how we like to live our lives. It's full
Titties.
of knockers. Titties. So, guys, we're going to keep track of all of our titles and super chats and stuff with Costco Chicken. So, I'm getting ready for Horror Hound. We're getting ready for Horror Hound in 3 months. And, boys, we're going to have a Costco Chicken feast. So, I just want you to be prepared. Nick,
God.
get your brush beard so you don't have any skin in there. And Dion, bring your sweatpants, bro. It's gonna be a lot of chicken eating.
Deal. I'm gonna be stuck.
Good.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for I can't wait for September horror round. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah. I've been talking to the guy who runs the con. The tables go on sale soon, working out everything. And folks, WCBS will be there like we are every year. And we're gonna expand. We're doing more shows all the time. Now, speaking of time, guys, what was the great title we talked about last week for the only movie to be released in theaters twice and fail?
Morbius.
Morbius.
Well, I have some great news. It's Morbin time.
Oh God,
It's Morbin time.
Dragon Sword! Mastodon!
Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
Yeah!
Nice. It's Morbin time.
oh,
I can't believe
God.
it's in the fucking movie.
I still haven't seen it. I need to see the damn movie, but
Do
I
you
thought I was
really
gonna pay.
though? I mean,
Well, they've got the petition going to try to get it back in the theater a third
are
time.
you fucking
Third time?
serious?
Did you
Yes.
see it? It's
Yeah.
Hey Sony, we're sorry. We had something going on that weekend.
Yeah, I saw
Morbius
that
out
shit.
one
I saw
time.
that shit.
Sony should just steer into it at this point and just make it. Because here's what
They
happened.
did. They only made $85,000. They did.
No, I'm saying what they need to do is they need to put it out a third time because this could become Sony's version of The Room.
Oh, but here's the
Because
thing.
you're going to get people going to watch this thing ironically to make fun.
Well,
of it.
here's the thing. Like, yeah, that's true. But I mean, when you know the backstory behind The Room and you've watched it and you know what's going on, then it becomes funny because it's so bad. But is Morbius so bad it's good? That's the real question.
No, but it's can you tell me it wouldn't be fun to go there with your buddies and a bunch of other people drinking and throwing shit around and laughing at the movie and making fun of it while you're watching it like a live action thing?
No, that sounds like a fucking awesome day. That's great.
Exactly. So Sony, we want to turn this into a cult classic, a midnight special, type of thing that you can milk for years and years and years. Put it out again. I
Third
promise
time's
I'll
a charm,
go.
folks.
Oh my God.
We promise.
Oh man, yeah. Well, all we need is Morbin time, like trending for like a day or two, or even an hour, and they'll do it. They'll do it again.
Well, we have another Morbin time button. It's a little longer, so folks, maybe we'll press that. But I didn't make that button just for the hell of it. Jared Leto is talking about Morbius. Do we have any sympathy for the failed Joker and the failed Dr. Michael Morbius actor?
No simpy.
No.
No, it's funny because the other Joker's getting a part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I can't believe that's happening, but I'm not mad.
No.
I'm concerned for my safety because last time they told me that when I went to see Joker that my life was in danger. I was told that there was a threat on my life if I supported a film like Joker. So I made sure that I went and saw Joker and I bought 2 tickets. Well, I went on a date, but no gunfire whatsoever. I was safe at Joker. So are they going to risk it a second time? Dude, I'm so tired of the fucking controversy around that movie. It's like, look, it was a good
What
fun
controversy?
movie. I enjoyed
There
it.
was no controversy.
There was drummed up controversy. It was controversy created for reasons we're not sure of.
Yeah, it was drummed up bullshit because I once again I blame Disney 100%. They did that shit. They released some shit behind the scenes and they had all the news people do it and that was their thing. They perpetuated that bullshit. That's what happened.
Yeah,
Dude, that movie made $1 billion, yo.
I mean, I ain't gonna say that there wasn't a bunch of weirdo looking dudes in the theater with me and my buddy that clearly would be classified as what would be considered an incel. But the only time I ever saw them rise up was at the end of the movie, and that's because they were leaving.
I mean, hopefully the scoliosis isn't too bad. But no, I mean that
You joke.
I only say $1 billion because like they bet against that movie.
Spinal
Everyone
injuries are
wants
no
to
laughing
get-
matter, Dion.
Well, rabies claims, 10 people a year, man. That's fucking. We need to stop this threat. But fucking They bet again. They want to. I mean, even Vice was talking about it, and that movie still made $1 billion.
Yeah,
Yeah. That movie made $1 billion on 70 million.
Yeah, people are scared to talk about it because of how successful. Like people are like, "Yo, that's a good movie." Like you don't know what you're talking about. It will discredit people.
You probably can't even mention that movie at Disney, or else you're gonna get fucking fired.
Shit,
Dude, that movie was more financially successful than The Rise of Skywalker. It cost $64 million, and it made more. If you look at the 2020 or the 2019 releases, it sits one spot above Disney's cash cow, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Well,
Man,
was,
isn't it great that the Joker could take down an entire galaxy? Oh, of course it is.
It's wonderful. It really is, man.
Ooh, that'd be a good crossover movie. The Joker shows up in a galaxy far, far away, and he's like the new bad guy, and he just wreaks havoc, and he's going to win because Batman's not there to stop him.
He's a kid still, right, in this Jokerverse?
Yes, he is.
Like 1986. So, Jared Leto is nobody's favorite Joker, and that's pretty obvious. But he spoke to the playlist, and he was asked if he could see himself returning to any of his superhero roles, such as the Joker and Morbius. And the actor said, "Well, as the old saying goes, never say never. While it would probably be more likely that we'll see the actor reprise his role as Morbius over the Joker."
Boy.
I don't think either are happening.
No.
I don't have anything personally against Jared Leto. I don't know him, but God, he has never added to a comic book film.
Unless he is footing the entire production cost bill, he's not going to be in any of those movies.
With what money? His band money? Come on now.
Hey, listen, they've got that one song where he screams a lot, okay? I heard it's popular with the kids.
Yeah, I mean the kids that grew up in fucking like Omaha, Nebraska or some shit. But that dude has barely anything he's made as a leading dude or close to leading dude doesn't make that much money. He's never been the main. Anytime he was a main attraction of anything, it did not put asses in seats. Anything he was successful, he was supporting actor. That dude isn't this big name, and they bet on that. And that was so weird for DC, to put that much on a guy who really had never proven to be the man. And they put that motherfucker in Morbius twice.
Yeah, everybody loves his band. 30 Seconds to Knockers.
30 Seconds to Knockers.
That's my favorite band. I have their album on every format.
Oh god,
digital, CD, and vinyl.
Here's the thing. If they were called that, they would make more money.
We should start a band. 30 Seconds to Knockers.
I agree. We'll do it like the Monkees. We'll just pay somebody else to fucking write and perform all the music, and then we'll just pretend we're playing the instruments.
That works. I'm okay.
So
with
we
that.
actually learn how to play them.
Yeah,
Party Boob will have some 30 Seconds to Knockers songs on it.
Perfect.
By the way, I just bought 30secondstoKnockers.com for a penny. So
Beauty.
Make sure you buy both versions of that, okay?
.com and .org?
No, like where it's just the words and then the numbers as well.
Got it.
Yeah.
We started a low-key porn empire emo punk band. What a crossover.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
We hit all the genres.
I got no problem with that.
Nick, we found your niche. Emo punk porn. We're gonna bring back the fucking swooped hair and the pale skin and the piercings and all that shit and the Jack Skellington whatever artwork on the wall.
The sad thing is all those Tim Burton fucks who love that shit will just go we'll just throw their money at us all the time. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we'll be like a cross between The Cure and a flock of knockers.
Is it wrong that I just thought of Robert Smith of The Cure and then that South Park episode with Barbara
No,
Streisand?
because that's classic.
Super Mecha Barbara Streisand?
Yeah.
All I remember in that whenever he shows up, his hair is always like like he's always flipping it. It's always moving.
Yeah, we're bringing back Suicide Girls, Cesario Japan. That's what we're doing.
Oh my god. Jesus.
SuicideKnockers.com.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's something right there. But yeah, I just wanted an excuse to talk about It's Morbin time here on the channel. So folks, yeah, that's it. Let's check in with the audience though before we start getting into some of the bigger topics tonight, shall we? Nick, pick a number between 1 and 69, please.
20.
20.
Batman, you say? Coming for you. I'm counting on it.
I love that movie scene.
Good old Val Kilmer Batman.
Well, we're going to talk about that a little later in the show because today is the anniversary of Batman Forever and the 30th anniversary of Batman Returns. So I thought this is the perfect time to finally have WCBS talk about why the shift, why the change, with some official documentation. So we'll have that towards the end of the show. But first off, we had a couple super chats we want to talk about. Quite a few, actually. So first off, TLJ Screwjob says, so Sasha release plus Vince settles for $3 million lawsuit. TLJ Screwjob, we are going to give you a full report on the Vince McMahon lawsuit and soon to be WWE closure. I can't speak to that part, but I don't think I don't think we've ever seen Vince and Co. in this kind of situation, have we? Like since the steroid trial?
Nothing since steroids.
Yeah, that was the last big one where there could actually be some legal repercussions.
You know what's funny? They wanted to have this push for PG, but that didn't matter. It was the bullshit behind the scenes that really tanked the company. Maybe you guys shouldn't have worried about worry about the chair shots and the wrestlers. That's different. But maybe you shouldn't worry about, I don't know, the vulgarity or if people chant certain things or wanting to have a good time. It's sad that the WWE is going to be the reason that they go under themselves because you sucked the fun out of it. And what the fuck's going on? I can't wait to talk about it. We already had one from our friend Bear Business One, the horse ladies. Thank you very much. Cesario Japan or Caesar Jorpin on some channel says, go see the Twin Pines Mall sign, Jeff. Oh, wait, wrong stream. Buffalo Jeff's secret button, please. Well, I'm glad you actually requested that because I almost deleted it this week.
You found my secret button. Lucky you. Lucky me.
You still need to get on Cameo with that, dude. I swear to God.
No.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. It's taken a minute to get things done, but so many things have been done lately, Nick. I'm excited.
That's
Finally
great, man.
excited.
That's good.
Thank you, Shock and Funk, for your super chat. He said, oh, by the way, I want to go back to Cesario Japan for a moment. Folks, I did get to see the Twin Pines Mall, and it was glorious. It was so cool. Like, Back to the Future is my favorite movie. The Burger King. That was the nicest, cleanest Burger King I've ever been in. It was like the equivalent of a Beverly Hills police car. They didn't have a speck of dirt anywhere. The ladies were nice. It was fast, efficient, and it was the exact same one that was shot for the movie. So I thought it was cool to be there. Maybe it's wrong that the highlight of my day was a Whopper from the same place Marty drove by. I don't know. I'm American. But, Nick, when you come out, we're going to go see the sign.
Deal, man. Sounds good.
And then every time a friend comes out, we're going to go to the Twin Pines Mall. How's that?
That's good, man. They got a lot of good restaurants in there, man. A lot of fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, we can even go to the AMC and be like every other mall in America. Thank you.
Well, you know what? I was thinking. I was actually I was reading the 2015 comic run of those of Back to the Future, and they're actually really good. Some of the stories are a little weird, but I mean they're still fun. But I also had a theory. I also had a thought about this. When Marty comes back and you see it says, just like it's a single pine, it's like the one Pine Mall sign or whatever, when he comes back, the Marty he sees leaving is not the same person because that Marty knows that his dad was this awesome writer who's really successful. His brother and sister are successful as well. And I'm sure his dad told him, how he met his mom in that story. And he has to he's the catalyst for helping his dad, become a writer. But like he knows his dad is a badass and he has to help him be that way. He doesn't know him as being the nerdy dude and getting yelled at Biff and things like that. He doesn't know that timeline at all.
He also only knows a world where Lone Pine Mall is the only mall.
Yeah, and I'm sure with there being variations in like the way he grew up, like even the way he met Jennifer is different. So he has to like he would have to like remember that and remember how they met and all that other bullshit because like I'm sure that's slightly different as well. So
she doesn't call him on the phone and offend Lorraine, does she?
Probably. I mean, like, well, at the end, his mom's like, "Oh, invite her over. She's really nice." She changes her tune about Jennifer.
Now, what's the deal with the ripple effect? Because is that other Marty like the ripple effect is where the timeline kind of like settles, and then Marty will only know that timeline. But the only Back to the Future movie I would ever humor is like a CGI or an animated one where it's like, what happened to the Marty that has a good life, goes back to 1955 and comes back and his life is shitty? That would be the only Back to the Future movie I could.
Well, no, he
watch,
wouldn't.
He's like,
no, I don't think that would happen because Well, even then, like that's also a problem because if he's crashing through it actually wouldn't be a problem because if he's crashing through the pine trees, it's always one pine mall, whatever the hell it's called. It wouldn't be a problem because that would just never change. But I think he would realize slowly when he met Doc and things like that, he has to be the catalyst for getting his dad where he has to be. Also, in the first part of the movie, I'm pretty sure Doc is just fucking dead. The Doc that he sees afterwards at the end is alive because he made the decision to wear a bulletproof vest because he's dealing with fucking terrorists. So,
okay, so all right, here we go. So what if the Marty he sees go back in time is the Marty with the not as good life, and the reason why the life and the life and everything around it changes when he comes back and closes that time loop. So the Marty that goes back in time is the Marty with the crappy life that's going to do everything that he just did in order to, close the loop and instantaneously change everything to the good life.
I mean, that could happen. That could, yeah. Because I mean, he has to still walk home and deal with that. He doesn't know what's happening yet. So I mean,
right.
As soon as he enters, yeah.
Theoretically, if all him doing that was going to give him the good life, then suddenly all his memories would have to change to become those good life memories. So I would say it's more of a like time loopy thing that he has to that closes essentially when he gets back there, and that's when things. So like when he comes back, that's when it becomes a Lone Pine Mall as opposed to the Twin Pine Mall. See, because that we've talked about this. Whenever you involve time travel and things, there's a lot of issues that can be arose. So you got to play simple with it. And just say, and they did. Well, you know what? It changed when he came back because it created the time loop when he actually made it back to the present time. And when he, that Marty goes back into the past, it becomes that new Marty that now exists.
And who knows? Maybe his band made the cut, and Huey Lewis said, "All right, you're approved for the dance."
He didn't say next, please. He's not too darn loud.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he didn't say before you're just too darn loud. Which I mean, if you know who that guy is, it's just fucking hilarious every time. It's just
he's too black sounding for me.
I watched that movie as a kid and didn't realize that was Huey Lewis because in 1995.
Same here, man. Don't feel bad.
I didn't know who the fuck Huey Lewis
my mom
was.
My mom had to tell me. My mom had to tell me who he was and then what he did. I was like, who? What? Huh? And then I figured it out.
Yeah, when I did the Back to the Future tour the other day with my friend, he had the Back to the Future musical on, but then once that played out, he just went to Huey Lewis, and I've heard more Huey Lewis over this week than I ever have in my entire life. I'm not upset. I just was like, man, I didn't think I was going to listen to this much Huey Lewis.
Well, compared to a lot of the shit that's come out in the last couple decades, Huey Lewis is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
He was, we weren't ready for him. That's all I'll say. Now, I don't like to call these things too early, but I think we might have found our knocker title of the week to put on a shirt because I want to wear this shirt myself. The Terminacker from our friend David.
Terminacker.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger with giant breasts.
Santa Cana, show me your knockers.
Yeah.
That's what
those are nice.
I feel like
that's the first time Arnold Schwarzenegger got in trouble.
I wonder how many NDAs he has in his closet.
Oh, I'm sure there's a few.
But there was also another one he had about I think it was Full Metal Knockers. I could wear both of those shirts. So folks, send in more knocker titles. But David, those are awesome. Up next, we had one from our friend. Where is the tab at? Right here from Shock and Front. Says, yo, what up, WCBS? Just asking about an update if y'all ended up looking at the YouTube drama around Ackman versus Quantum TV. Didn't really see much to talk about. Haven't really seen too much of an update outside of just like a cursory glance. So I haven't. But thank you. I'll check some more out off the air. Thank you. Scottskio2 says, this is a generous super chat from Scottskio2. He says, remember that Warner Brothers fired Johnny Depp on the flimsiest evidence, but kept Ezra the 5-alarm nutcase who assaults people on camera. Hollywood can't disintegrate fast enough.
That's an accurate statement.
Ezra Miller's career is probably going to, deteriorate very, very soon.
Yeah,
the dude is on the
true.
run currently.
Yeah. Is he really?
Yeah, he's lambing it.
Yeah, we're going to get into
that. Wow, I didn't realize it was like that.
You know what? We're going to read a few more, and then we're going to start talking about that, because our friend John Thomas last week took the plunge, and he says today, I got my RoboCop Lines of Justice shirt today. So folks, go over to Shop WCBS. We're going to show that real quick.
Okay.
And, join in on the fun. That's the thing about the show. It's a fun show. So go out, show some love to World Class Bullshitters by rocking these cool shirts. And we're going to show you RoboCoke Lines of Justice this week. Now, last week we had Only Turds as well. So you guys...
Only Turds,
folks,
yeah, that's still up there.
yeah, Only Turds and RoboCoke Lines of Justice. Those are our newest title shirts. So it looks like Field of Knockers might be added to that next week. Who knows? Terminator, all these great Knocker titles. I feel like we should just have a store, knockershirts.com, just full of Knocker titles. And then we could have, like, the hottest models model them. That's an easy way to make a buck on the internet these days. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you could get away with, dude, where's my knockers? Do you think that would be offensive by today's standards?
It's borderline, that's for damn sure.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, right? We'll get Ashton Kutcher involved. It'll be okay.
Yeah, well, we'll ask.
You know,
we'll ask
Sean William Scott will do it.
Yeah, yeah. Sean William Scott ain't doing shit. I mean, we could always ask him. I'm sure he needs a couple bucks.
Wasn't he the replacement on the Lethal Weapon TV show?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because the other guy was apparently too difficult to work with or whatever. That was the excuse anyways given, and he got fired. And then even like Damon Wayans is just like, after the season I'm out, I got to take care of my family. I'm just like, oh shit, things are that bad?
Unpopular opinion, I didn't think that show was good or terrible. I just watched it when it was on randomly, and I was like, all right, it's a Lethal Weapon show.
Yeah, it was.
Never fucking watched it.
Yeah, it was
Good,
okay, man.
don't.
It was fun. I would, you know what I would love? I would love a Tango and Cash TV show, but set in the 80s. After their case went, after the whole movie, and it's just them doing it. It's like on Showtime or something, or even like a VOD platforms. They can do whatever the hell they want. And it's just them doing like, I don't know, stuff like stuff from like The Wire, like drug cases and shit like that. Do that show. Do that show.
Is Robert Zadar still alive? Because he's the true star of that.
He unfortunately is not.
Him and his. I'm glad you knew off the top of your head because I had to look it up.
Yeah.
His Chin Man.
Yep.
I would watch that show. That's a really good idea. I mean, I do want all the original stuff that we talk about, but if like that was Tango,
yeah, and I mean, I know the 80s trope is like done and gone, but I feel like if you do like the buddy cop thing in that era with at least those characters, then you're fine. You're fine.
I want anything set in the 80s, but I hope they keep the edge of the 80s. Because if you watch a show like The Goldbergs, they used to... Well, it's not about edge, because that's a family show. I'm not trying to act like that. But they used to kind of represent the 80s a little closer to the 80s in other things. And now we just kind of have this... Like in The Goldbergs now, we have this weird, like, fictionalized, idealized version. So I would hope that if they were to do something set in the 80s, they keep it as gritty as shit made in the 80s was. That's where I am with this stuff. If you want to like represent a decade, make it exactly like they did back then. Because that's kind of how you get the look and the feel on camera. Like with Star Wars, they tried to tell us, oh guys, we're going to recapture the look and feel of the original trilogy by using the exact same lenses. That meant nothing. That was fucking advertising talk.
That didn't. Yeah, that's honey dicking. That's all it is. It's just the bullshit. They did the same thing with the Halloween 2018. It's like, oh, we're getting Nick Castle to come be the shape. Good, awesome. He's getting paid. I'm glad he's getting paid again. But is the movie going to be dog shit like the last like 5 or 6 have been? That's the problem.
I love all these people that come back for these movies, but all it is just weird advertising that they learned from Disney. Flat out. The Force Awakens made all that money by selling you the original actors and the original this and the original that for months and months and months, and it worked. And Halloween is just copying that franchise. Jason Blum and Blumhouse were smart financially, but creatively it's like, oh good, we rebooted the Halloween timeline to tell essentially the same story from the first movie, a slightly altered second one, and now this third one's what? A closeout to the sequel?
Well, not
series?
just... And not just that, in the second one that we also got footage from the original part 2 that shouldn't have existed in the first place for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, that footage is there. It's weird.
It breaks the timeline they wanted to create in the first place.
Yeah, it does.
Well, yeah, good riddance, I guess. I don't know. It's almost over. Like, I just sat through Jurassic Park, and that franchise is over. So I guess we're gonna.
Yeah, well, give it 5 more years, and they'll come out with Jurassic Park. Like, I don't know. 18 or something. It'll happen.
I'll talk about the movie a little deeper into the show. Weird take. Now, let's see. We have one more super chat, and we'll get back. Sorry, we'll get right back to the show. I need some water. But from SH Rebels 08 says, I'll take a Joe Rogan motorcycle and horses for Dion. Well, we would never play the horses for Dion again. Sorry. But we will play the Joe Rogan motorcycle. Where is the Joe Rogan motorcycle? There we go.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
Launch.
Whoa. Disgusting. All across the board.
Yeah, he is all across the board, bro. And the side of that car, and the house, and that other old lady. Everybody's taking a little piece of that guy home.
He's everywhere.
What is it, American Express, everywhere you want to be?
Yeah.
What I thought it was never home without it.
Well, he's never leaving home again, so it's not a concern of his. So,
Oh, man.
this is one of the weirdest stories that we've ever covered in the 7 years that we've been doing the show. Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller is the actor who currently plays the Flash in the DC Extended Universe, the DCEU as it has been called. Now, on the TV front, there's Grant Gustin, the actor that everyone seems to like. People seem to love the Flash. Even if you're not a huge Flash fan, you seem to find something in it that you like. It's pretty short, still around. And there's the cinema version, which nobody likes. The guy runs like an idiot. It's not that funny. And it turns out he's a nut bar. So let's take this a little more seriously, shall we?
He's the payday of the bunch.
He's was it $100,000? It's going to cost a lot more than $100,000 for him to get out of trouble. But
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
this is a gross story. It's, let's start a little lighter, guys. Are you surprised the direction this story takes? The Ezra Miller debacle.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. I didn't know that this motherfucker was gonna go this far. I mean, I always knew it was gonna be not great. I didn't think it would be absolutely catastrophic. Like this. He became the Britney Spears of our generation. Of this generation. That's nuts.
Oh god. And it's funny what Jeff said earlier. It's like they dropped Depp and they kept this guy. It's like you're 100% right, and that is what's wrong with fucking Hollywood. Like right there in that sentence that's what's wrong. It's like they dropped Depp for allegations which were proven not true in a court of law, and Ezra who's just been who's there are public videos of him doing this shit. And there's fucking mugshots and everything, and DC's like, no, we're still gonna keep it. It's fine. It's like, the fuck is wrong with you people?
Lots? Nothing. I don't know. I'm confused by the chat right now, Nick. I'm not trying to ignore you, but we have to stop the show to get the official word. Is it the Tommy Knockers, or would it be the Knockers?
Knockers.
Ooh. It'd be the Knockers.
Knockers Inception? Is that word?
Double the Knockers.
Ooh, I like it.
Knockers squared.
Is it
Knockers
two chicks
cubed.
or like a Total Recall situation?
Probably Recall.
I don't know.
All right, let me reread this because I'm reading the chat now. I'm getting distracted. Everyone's making fun of Ezra Miller in the chat, and I'm like, wait, I have to do the show. So the curious case of Ezra Miller continues to get even more bizarre. The Flash actor, who is non-binary and uses the they/them pronouns.
Nobody fucking cares.
Account.
God damn it.
Non-Barry.
Non-Barry.
He's also brainless. Did they put that there too? Jeez.
Yeah.
But that's the
But
most
apparently
important
he's
part.
not.
The important thing is the pronouns. It's 2022, Nick. They define you.
Well, the parents of an 18-year-old girl have accused Ezra Miller of grooming their daughter by using physical and emotional abuse Even though the daughter has posted Instagram videos denying the claims, finding Miller has proven to be a daunting task. As reported by the Direct, Miller seemingly taunts legal authorities by posting various memes that alluded to their Flash character of Barry Allen, with messages including the post, "You cannot touch me, I am in another universe," and "Message from another dimension."
Oh, yeah, he's in another dimension, all right.
Yeah, he's in space.
He's in a van down by the river, right? That's what the fuck he is.
Shit. That's who's in that van? Now, "You cannot touch me in another universe" and "Message from another dimension" are weird. Now, Warner Brothers has been virtually silent about Miller's recent behavior. Are you guys surprised about that? Because we talked about how they'll drop Johnny Depp, they'll get involved with other shit, but they keep letting this one go.
No, not surprised at all.
No, I think once again, I think I said it before. I think they keep him around because he's part of the Alphabet crew. Right. That's why, because he's part of that. That's why they keep him around, and they don't want to fire him because they're afraid of the very, very small, tiny, quick Twitter backlash they're going to get for like 3 days.
Yeah, they've already married themselves to the idea of just not saying anything. To go back on it now would to be essentially admitting that they were wrong and staying silent the whole time.
I wonder why they didn't stop him after the one that when he stole the passports and threatened to kill the chick and the other guy. Like, that's like enough, right? And then he punched the pregnant lady, or didn't. That one got settled, so that's done. But like, now we're here.
Yeah.
Do you think Warner? The Instagram post, or excuse me, the account has been deleted. So there are screenshots of it, and this is what was said before it was taken down. "I am shielded from negative people and their ill intent. My spirit, mind, body, soul, plus success are not altered by anyone's envy. I am protected from all negative, illegible people that attempt to throw at me. Subconsciously and consciously, I clear any and all hidden peers who are hidden enemies."
Jeez.
Sounds like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like he's turning from Flash to the Joker. That's what it sounds like. He's trying to become a real life movie. Yeah, he's trying to become a real life Joker, and it ain't working because he's not that talented.
I wonder if the Flash movie's ever going to come out, or the only Michael Keaton appearance we're going to get will be Batgirl.
Listen, they made the Flash movie, they're bringing it the fuck out.
Right.
Like Avatar 2?
Saw a trailer for it yesterday.
I saw it for a while
Listen,
back.
that movie's coming out. I feel for Dion. I mean, I still believe in him that it's like it's gonna get fucking cut in December. but we'll see. We'll see.
Just saying.
It ain't out yet.
It ain't out. We're not dead yet.
This Christmas, you will be.
Nope. I've got plenty of water to douse me out.
I don't know what that means.
2.
Oh.
Avatar 2. Oh, fuck.
Are you telling me
that should have been the bet? What's going to come out first, an Avatar 2 or a Waterworld 2? And you do that like 3 years ago. You had a better fighting chance because we'd have lobbied for the Waterworld 2.
I'm surprised. Wasn't there inklings of like a Waterworld show or something, like a TV show or whatever?
That's why I thought I'd heard too. That I can't remember which streaming show. I want to say Amazon Prime, but I want to say that was talked about, that they were going to do an actual episodic, show. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily crazy.
Yeah, I mean they're doing Rings of Power right now, so.
Amazon Amazon's got all the money. Whoever adapts Waterworld basically shows their hand to be the most desperate, because you have a million other IPs you can buy or reboot, and you pick Waterworld. Remember the time we tried to watch Waterworld together and I turned it off very violently?
Well, yeah, because you had the 4K disc sitting there. Oh my god, I'm on the wiki. There was a novelization, comic books, video games, and a pinball machine. What?
And toys. I won't even pull those up.
Okay, actually, here we go. TV series. In July 2021 was announced Universal Cable Productions was in early development on a follow-up TV series to be directed by Dan Trachtenberg. So we were correct.
I'm so glad it didn't happen.
Well, it was announced
Like,
in
is that
July 2021. For all we know, it could still be happening. We don't. It's not been said it's been canceled. So who knows?
Nick, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to be like Ezra Miller right now and live in the universe where that show never comes out and never will come out.
We're
So
getting
just
an
let me-
Avatar 2, Jeff. Calm down.
I'm not denying that. My name is not Dion. So
Hey, don't put
No,
me back in that shit.
I'm saying it's a bad thing. After so many years, we're getting a fucking part 2. It's terrible.
you think
What's going to get released first? Ezra Miller from Prison or Waterworld 2?
Well, they gotta find Ezra Miller first to arrest him.
That window's closing fast.
Let's see. Gravewalker says, I liked Waterworld. Very bold practical effects like Mad Max movies. If they put it to iTunes, the normies would have loved it.
If they would
Well,
put Mel Gibson in it instead of Kevin Costner, people would have liked it better.
Yeah, that's actually... I agree with that casting decision. Because Kevin Costner's always been generic to me. Just, like, fine. Like, I don't get what he brings to the table as an actor. He's kind of
He's
generic,
always
like
been
Kevin
the white bread
McAllister's dad.
of Hollywood, for sure. 100%. That dude
Yeah.
has never done anything spectacular. But he's always, he was if, you created an actor in an AI machine that is just successful.
Yeah, that's very true. It's very true.
Well, that actor would be better than Ezra Miller. Just putting that out there.
Shit, and less expensive.
I know this is a redundant question, but DC's DC's film library, or let me rephrase it. DC's film slate doesn't seem too exciting. I mean, there was talk and rumors about them wanting to throw money at Henry Cavill. I would go support Henry Cavill playing anything because he's a cool dude and I like him as an actor. But like, I don't think it's enough to save this. You just have you had a reboot of Batman. All the other things kind of seem to be tumbling apart. I know Aquaman made $1 billion, but now we're coming to the sequel. And if the sequel is a big hit, they're going to keep down this path. But like, what if these DC movies just don't? They get full. They're made with actors people don't like to support. They don't come out. Things get cut. Like, you think there's a bunch of circumstances going on right now that could hurt DC's profitability in the future?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely an example of like the perfect storm happening, and then a company not handling it the best way. Obviously all the things going on with everything from Joss to now fucking Amber Heard. Like this is a prime example that some companies just don't get it.
Well, they don't want to get it, and they never will.
Well, it seems that a lot of companies don't get it. They're having this problem all over the place where it seems like they're making dumb, ridiculous decisions that just don't make any sense and any financial sense to any of us. I mean, maybe we're I mean, once again, we're not there. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but it seems like it's all like it just doesn't make any logical sense for them to make these decisions, but yet they keep doing it and they keep doing it over and over again. Like they're waiting for a different outcome, but it never happens. It's I don't know. It's just really difficult to keep watching somebody make the same mistake over and over again, and trying to keep getting a different outcome, even though they're getting the same one. It's hard to see.
Well, it's hard to be upset when it doesn't work for them. I would just like to say this is my favorite comment in a while. Kevin Costner is just the default person you get when you select human in real life.
Yeah. Yep.
I Googled Kevin Costner, and one of the things that pops up is Kevin Costner lookalike actors. And there's pictures of Don Johnson, Mark Harmon, and a million other generic guys. So
yeah,
I think Kevin Costner's just like template actor number 7 from the 80s. Like, all right,
number 7.
We could put him in
100%.
anything. He could be Robin Hood. He can do action. He can do romance. We could put him in an interracial relationship with Whitney Houston. Keep right out of the bathtub. Like all that shit. Kevin Costner was perfect for all this, and generic.
Well, and him and John Cusack, I feel like are kind of the same way as well.
But John Cusack has a personality.
Does he really? Does he really? Because he's John Cusack. He's John Cusack in every movie, Jeff. He's John Cusack in every movie.
It's enough for me in Con Air, bro. Vince Larkin is the hero of that movie.
But do you really watch it? Do you really watch it for Kevin Costner? Or do you watch it for Nicolas Cage with his horrible Southern accent?
I watch Con Air. Do you really want a real reason why I like to watch Con Air?
Sure.
I like to watch Con Air because it was made in a time where like the the shit they were putting in movies was like actually funny or meant something. Like they'll put commentary pieces in there, or they'll put little things that are funny, and it like works. And I look back and I go, oh, if they ever tried to put something in a movie, it worked. Even something as ridiculous as Con Air, and that's why I liked it, because it was a ridiculous point they were trying to make in these movies. They weren't, they were taken seriously, but like the action movies of the time were in this weird blend between Michael Bay and this. Actually, nothing. Michael Bay kind of was revolutionizing, in quotations, action movies in the 90s, and then you had these lookalikes, kind of like a Con Air, which feels like a Michael Bay movie. It's not a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, which I mean, like, once again, I'm not mad at him and people copying his formula for those movies back in the 90s, because those movies were fun. You had Bad Boys, you had The Rock, you had things like that. You had the copies like Con Air and stuff. So those were really fun movies. I was never mad at those. I love those movies. It's when he got a hold of fucking Transformers, and I was just like, God damn it, dude, just stop.
That dude, yeah, he fell on the formula.
You've made too many. Well, yep. No, Dan. At that point, it was just like, oh, China loves these. We're just gonna keep making these for them. That's what it was.
Exactly. Hey, he was like, as long as I keep making Transformers movies, I'll always be a thing. I don't ever have to try hard again. And that's exactly what he did.
And then he made Ambulance and came out recently, which was actually really good. Actually, it was a really fun movie. It was really good.
I gotta check it out. I meant to see it in theaters, man. Look, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna watch this Michael Bay movie.
I think it's on Peacock right now, or Paramount Plus. It's on one of the others. So, yeah.
Hey, Kendo, how was Top Gun 2?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was very, very good. The people that say that it's better than the original, I'd have to disagree. Better quality movie, maybe, because it's made now as opposed to 1985, 86-ish, but I personally enjoy the first one far better. But then again, it's also one of my favorite movies of all time. But I like Top Gun 2 a lot. I have already ordered the 4K Steelbook, pre-ordered it. I got an incredulous look when I said I was going to order it, because I was told, didn't you already watch that? I'm like, bitch, where have you been for the last year or so? I wanted to file for divorce right then and there.
Oh, God damn.
I'd have backed you.
Oh my!
Don't come between me and Top Gun. If she says you can never watch this movie again, and we can stay together, or we're gonna have to get divorced, then you can watch Top Gun whenever you want. I'm sorry, but I've got a better lawyer than what she's gonna find. Plus, she's not even a citizen.
Oh God!
I understand how important Top Gun is, Kendo. I respect that.
Last time I checked, me and the kid cannot be deported, so I'm not worried.
Shit.
He's fucking Googled this. This is all in his Google searches right
He's like, trust me, I know this one.
Yeah. And if she really tries to put her foot down, back, listen, I'm a citizen. You're not. If I say, no, you can't take my kid, whose side do you think the government's going to take? For once, I want the government to be on my side.
For just that one time, that's it.
For just that one time. Then I'm going to go right back to bashing the shit out of them. But you're like, look, I said some bad things about you, and I will continue to do so. However, I need your help right now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Gravewalker's in the chat. I saw that film, Everything Everywhere and All at Once. I enjoyed that as well. I'm glad people are out there checking it out, because we always talk on the channel how we want smaller budgeted films to make the money. We don't mean necessarily independent art house or A24 or lame stuff. It just doesn't need to be a $250 million Marvel movie to be out there. Because look, I'm a comic artist. Dion has been reading comics his entire life. Kendo collects comics. We're we're the fucking audience for all of this stuff, and even we're going, let's slow it down a little bit. Like, I've been working on a Miss Marvel video. It seems very convenient, just like there's a talking point that they're putting out on like multiple websites, and I don't really see this for other Marvel shows. And I don't know if that's an indicator of quality, but it's just weird. Like, do you normally have to put out theses on why a show's great across multiple websites to for the show to actually be great?
No, Jeff, they've done it before. They did that, a couple of years ago when we had all the it's gonna make me sound horrible, but like the female lead remakes, when we had those movies, they kept doing that. It happened like the week it came out and then the week afterwards.
Confirmed. Nick hates women.
And sand.
Yeah. Sandy women.
I'm just saying that's what happened. We all saw it happen. Well,
we saw coming. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think there's really not much else to say on Ezra Miller outside. We're gonna follow it. We're gonna keep watching to see.
I can't believe the kid's like on the run. That's fucking weird, man.
He fucking his entire career he just blew up.
No,
Yeah.
no, Dion,
I mean,
no,
we're
Dion.
talking about-
What's gonna happen is DC's gonna say, oh, he's gonna go to rehab for 2 weeks. He's better now, and we're gonna give him 5 more movies. That's what's gonna happen.
Like you could have, yeah. He literally had the ticket for that exactly. Like you're the flavor of the month right now. You're the it factor that people want to say they care about. Like you have a golden road to success right now, and he blew that shit all up. That's insane. That is insane. Or they blew that shit all up. It's insane, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, Dion, thanks for getting his pronouns right. He's on the run
Hey,
from the
man,
police.
just trying to be respectful. You know what I'm
Gotta be
saying?
progressive, man. You gotta, yeah.
Exactly. They blew their
Ezra
shit
Miller-
up.
Was he respectful?
Obviously not.
Oh god, that kid. I mean, it's just, like we're saying his career's over with, but I mean, Hollywood is a weird fucking place. There's a lot of weirdos out there. He could get a fucking 12-movie deal tomorrow. We don't fucking know.
Listen, man. No, this is one of those where they are radioactive.
Yeah.
Even using the terminology that they want you to use. Like, hey, let's just say, like, okay, cool. We all on the same page. He want to go by they, that's cool. They just fucked their life up. And even having that, pronoun, it's a topical discussion right now. They got that shit. And they can't help him. There's no studio for years that would even go near him. That's insane, and it's all self-inflicted, man. Like you can't. Not everybody, is gonna do it for the message, and they blew it up. Absolutely blew it up.
Yeah, I remember hearing recently as well. Netflix is tired of the message as well, and they're trying to pivot away from it.
Gee, I wonder why that is. Is it because it's not paying the bills?
Right. Like if you Republicans buy shoes too.
I fucking love that saying that Jordan had. I
Jordan.
fucking love that saying so much.
Exactly.
That's how the world works. goddammit. Republicans buy shoes too. That is exactly how the fucking world works.
You want to be a billionaire. You make a concerned effort to please everybody, which means that on a lot of things you just don't say anything. You say it in the privacy of your own home. And and Netflix learned that the hard way.
Well, and the problem is nowadays, if you don't say anything, you're also part of the problem, Dion. You're not coming out of this issue.
Tell that to
Your
CW.
silence is violence.
Thank you.
Tell that to the CW. Ain't made a motherfucking profit yet.
Since what, 07, I think? They haven't been profitable?
06,
yeah.
They're so unprofitable, they had the WWE for a brief second. And they fucked that up.
And they still couldn't make money.
And could not make money.
How long was SmackDown on the CW? Like,
Not
for a cup
long.
of coffee?
Yeah, like 6 months, maybe.
Now, was SmackDown on the CW during the London bombing, which caused Muhammad Hassan's character to be killed off?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure it was the same.
If it was on UPN, it would have been
Nick,
the
if you
dying
don't know that
days
story,
of
go
UPN.
look it up.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean,
It's going to be one of those situations.
It
where
might
you're
have
just
actually
gonna
been
be head in
UPN
hands.
because
Oh,
that was 2004. So I think that was UPN. But if it being UPN, that was in the dying days of UPN.
Oh god.
Universal Paramount Network, I think is what it used to stand for.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, let's check in with the audience again. Kendo, pick a number between 1 and 69.
33.
33, got it.
Hey, felt firm, motherfucker, dick, pussy, snot, and shit. Good night. Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.
I would like to talk to you.
Tell him to have a Coke and a smile, and he can suck my dick.
That's such
I
a
needed
great
a good
comedy
laugh.
special.
Is it the best of all time? I'll put it up there as one of.
Yeah.
Dude, it's on.
No.
It's in a discussion.
It's on the Mount Rushmore. I don't know what the other three are off the top of my head right now, but yeah, fucking Raw, that is definitely on there because as many times as I've seen that, I can still sit down and say, you know what? I've heard these jokes about 20 times each, but they're still damn funny, and I want to watch Eddie Murphy Raw.
Even in this sensitive climate, people who are sensitive laugh at that shit.
Yeah,
because it's great.
Yeah, because it's funny.
What's better, Raw or Delirious?
Raw.
Yeah.
Delirious and Raw are Star Wars and Empire. Like those two are they're both on the top list. But if we're saying, if we're talking between 4 and 3, or 3 and 2, it's Delirious, and then Raw is the better one, the higher ranked one.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Raw over Delirious, but goddamn, Delirious is so good too.
It's just so fucking good, man. That's seeing Darth Vader for the first time good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The Honeymooners is gay guys. Holy shit. I still laugh at that stuff.
Mr. T and the Jedi Mind Trick. Is that the second one, right? Because he talks about him.
The first, yes, in Delirious, he makes the joke about if Mr. T was gay, and then the second one, he has to talk about how he had to fucking dodge Mr. T because Mr. T was looking for him because of the gay jokes.
Maybe I didn't.
And that's when he makes the Michael Jackson joke.
Yeah, about how he wouldn't worry about fighting Michael Jackson because Michael Jackson isn't the most masculine fellow, as he said.
When he goes, "Can I talk to you for a minute?"
No motherfucking problem, man.
Yep. What's your motherfucking problem, man?
Dude.
Oh, God.
I'm on Team Raw is better than Delirious, and I put Eddie Murphy's Raw as my absolute favorite stand-up special. I've watched almost everything Dave Chappelle's put out in terms of like the big ones. I've seen tons and tons of other ones, but Eddie Murphy Raw is like its own machine. It's like everybody else is doing comedy one way, and then that thing is like its own, its own beast. I love it. Nothing is such an evergreen comedy special for me. Like Sam Kinnison's great. I can always laugh at when he screams and all he does his shit. Dice Clay is funny. He loses it quickly, but yeah, Eddie Murphy Raw. I think I might put that on later.
That's just generational.
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
It is. I love what Eric Brown said. The only one better than Eddie is Robin Williams. I don't know if he's better. I'd say he's on par though. I do love Robin Williams.
Agreed.
But like Eddie, I don't know, man. I would say they're the same level. Honestly,
I'd say. I mean, we're saying like as close as you can get. Like if we're saying A's and B's, Raw might be 1AA Eddie Murphy's 1AA and Robin Hood is maybe 1AB. Like it's that close of a margin. Like I wouldn't be against.
Because
Robin Williams.
Dude.
And he motherfucker Miss Doubtfire, like that's on the same level in terms of touchy feely subjects. It's up there, dude. Like that motherfucker Robin Williams is an OG. Every fucking black people love Robin fucking Williams. Asian people, everybody's like, yo, that's fucking my guy.
Yeah,
he's one of us.
Yeah, dude. He was great, man. Even I remember watching a lot of his dramatic stuff later in his career, and even that was I watched 1 Hour Photo. It was kind of this thriller movie or whatever.
That was creepy.
Fucking
as shit.
terrifying.
Yeah,
it was terrifying.
He's terrifying in that fucking movie.
Oh God, man.
And then fucking Good Morning Vietnam. You like, I want that dude to fucking like, I want that dude to be successful. Oh fuck, his friend's motherfucking bomber. That's insane. Like that's everybody rooted for that fucking guy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Good Morning Vietnam is fucking great. I love that movie.
God damn, Robin Williams and fucking. You're talking the Mike Tyson versus Ali conversation. Like you're talking goats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eddie Murphy in terms of stand-up and Robin Williams in terms of just being an entertainer overall. The motherfucker loved video games too. What the fuck?
It's awesome. Named his kid after The Legend of Zelda.
God damn, like like everybody hurt when he died. Everyone was like, yeah, he was in something that I cherish in my life. And Eddie Murphy was that to stand up in the comedy. Like fucking like Eddie Murphy. That dude was fucking Godzilla in the 80s, He was the Negro that made the suburban moms feel safe. Like Sandy's mom loved Beverly Hills Cop, man.
And Jenny Mom.
And
Stacey's
Jenny's
mom's
mom.
got what's going on.
She does. She's all that I want.
Oh, my
I've
God.
waited for so long.
A little older though. Fuck you.
Yeah, that doesn't stop Dion.
No.
I mean, obviously.
I mean, that guy wants Mama Musk.
He wants the gold sucker.
Listen. He wants to inherit those fucking emerald mines, or he wants to be in the
Listen,
inheritance for those mines.
I am okay being the Booker T of the group. I ain't got no motherfucking problem with that. Like everyone's like, yeah, he said something problematic once or twice, but he's the five-time champ. God damn it, that motherfucker got a world championship because he beat Batista's ass.
Yeah, but he didn't get the big belt in WWE because people like him don't get to be champion.
Nope.
Listen,
which was definitely Vince McMahon talking through Triple H.
That dude is so legendary. Everyone agrees he should have won. He should have won at WrestleMania. Like that was the time. Like that dude should have been the winner.
Oh, dude, that's always on the top 10 moments. Like where top 10. Anytime you see a top 10 list of match outcomes that should have been gone the other way, that's always on there because it should.
Dude, I'd argue that's always in the top 5. Everyone's like, yeah, Booker T should have won at WrestleMania. Because there are people who were Triple H fans that were like, yeah. Triple H should have gone like that. Even for Triple H fans, they'd be like, yeah, he deserved that dude deserves to be champion. Like, everyone agrees with that shit. It just made
Except
sense.
for maybe Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray's like, yeah, he should have lost.
Right. Sucker.
Brother.
Yeah.
He's just nothing but a sucker.
Yeah. Fuck Booker. He don't deserve to win.
No, man, he's been
I'll
in jail.
never forget fucking Booker T and Stone Cold in the grocery store, man. That whole thing is fucking hilarious. Like that was
one of the funniest. I remember when it was the 10-year anniversary of that, and when SmackDown was on Sci-Fi, and they fucking showed Booker T, and that was when he was the fucking color commentary guy for a little bit, which was insane, and even he couldn't stop fucking laughing.
Because it's the greatest moment in SmackDown history.
I would love to. I would love to be in a room and just have them watch that whole thing and do the commentary for it. Like, what went on? How it led to this moment? What happened? What were you thinking? Like, just the whole thing all the way through. Because I'm sure they have some really interesting insights about the whole situation, like how it all went down.
Austin and Booker T are close friends because of that shit. Like they were like, we could just do whatever. I just vibe with this dude. Like that's what America needs right now. We need to come together like Booker T and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh man,
the world was a better place back then.
Oh man, crazy time.
Yeah, it was.
Now let's check in with the audience. We have our friend Enrique Vasquez who says, "Here's Costco chicken money, and I'll take a Joe Rogan motorcycle." Well, Enrique, thank you very much,
man.
Also. Enrique is a friend of the channel. We hung out, we had dinner, he and his wife, Jesse and I, and he gave me a copy of Metroid Prime Dread, so I'm going to be playing that.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
A little later, because Kendo, you and I are both currently shell deep in this new Ninja Turtles game, because it's legit a good game.
Yep, it is a lot of fun.
Who are you playing as?
Raphael. Was there any question about who I would pick first to play through the story mode?
No.
Cool, but rude.
The audience doesn't all know who your favorite character is.
If they don't, then they're not true fans of this podcast, and I tell you to turn it off right. No, don't do that. Actually, just keep listening. Raphael's my favorite Ninja Turtle.
They're all cool in my book. I'm Leonardo. That's my favorite because he wears a blue headband and he has 2 swords. That's as simple as it was as a kid.
The motherfucker has 2. What's the Japanese word for sword? Katana.
Dude, I need samurai cop buttons on this show. Fuck.
Yes. Dude, like I said,
you definitely do. You definitely do.
Dude, holy fuck.
No. Jeff, in full disclosure, Raphael was picked as my favorite as a child because he wore red. So I'm like, I like red too. I like that guy.
Now I have a serious question for you. If you were introduced to the Ninja Turtles through their comic book instead of the cartoon,
I'd have been very confused.
Yeah.
I'd be like, damn it, they're all wearing red.
Possibly fucking traumatized.
Yeah, because is there on the comics quite violent?
Yeah.
Yes, they are extremely
like they
violent.
kill people.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like so. All right. So if you've seen the cartoon and the foot soldiers are all robots and shit, in the comic book they're people and they kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And doesn't
Like
the Shredder
brutally.
get his head cut off right away?
The
I don't know
Shredder
if it's
dies
right
early.
away, but
It's not right away, but I believe it's early on because the original Ninja Turtle movie from 1990, the whole idea of the Shredder dying in the movie, that was from the comic books. So like a lot of like that movie was taken from the comics, like the dark grittiness to it and everything. So there's that. And then I don't remember where I was going with that. Oh, if they were all, I probably would have went with Donatello because Donatello, seemed kind of cool. And then Michael Bay ruined him, turned him into some fucking spaz nerd.
Right now? What is going on?
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I
those
fucking hate Michael Bay movies.
those two wonderful CG movies with Megan Fox.
Oh god, I hate those movies so much.
They're really bad.
Yeah, are they? But are they worse than Turtles 3?
Yes. So here's the thing.
Yeah, agreed. I agree. I 100% agree.
Oh, wow.
Turtles. All right. So here's what. All right. So Turtles.
Remember
3.
we said about fucking Michael fucking Bay? Yeah, that was the breaking point.
Yeah. Turtles 3 was bad, but they tried to make so the original Turtles was violent and gritty. 2 tried to make it a little bit more comedic and more fun loving and things like that. Hence why Michelangelo didn't use his nunchucks because of that was bad. But fucking Leonardo's still running around with his fucking katana. It's like, what's going on here? And then in the third one, it's like they tried to cartoon it up a little too much, and I think they were out of ideas, and I think they had new people. But they honestly tried to make a good movie that kids would enjoy. The Michael Bay CGI turtle movies, essentially, they shit all over the movie by making the origin killed it right away. They were lab pets of fucking April O'Neil when she was a kid, and she named them. So it's like, we've got problems right away.
Wild.
And then they tried to make them not reflections of the 1980s or early 90s as they were because, most of the grammar and stuff like, excellent, tubular, radical, they were essentially like hip kids from the 80s culture. Instead, they tried to make them cool kids from like modern day culture. And that just doesn't work because modern day kid culture is garbage.
I'm glad not to be a kid anymore myself.
Yes. The second Michael Bay movie is slightly better, but not by much. If you put a gun to my head and said you have to watch one of these two, I'm going to watch Out of the Shadows. I'm not going to like it. I'm going to be very unhappy. And when I get back to Missouri, I will get my notebook out because there was a time where I sat down and started drinking to watch these two movies to potentially review them for the channel or do a watch along and point out all the problems. And I filled up half of one of those composition books with those two movies of my problems with those movies. I fucking hate those movies. They really do. I even went to theaters for the first one.
We need to fucking do a motherfucking Patreon. We gotta do a fucking drunk watch for fucking Ninja Turtles for that. I think that's fucking brilliant.
Let's do all.
we're gonna torture Kendo again.
Yes, apparently we're gonna
not?
torture Kendo again.
Oh god.
I'm fairly certain the common theme in most of my notes when talking about the Foot Clan was they are ninjas, not terrorists, because they were always running around with like fucking pipe bombs and AK-47s. I'm like, oh, we can't get shit right, can we? We can't get nothing right, can we?
We can't have nice things anymore.
No, we can't. We can't. God damn it! I'm pissed.
Have you noticed how the Foot Clan does in this new game? How they like cook and do all this funny shit? Like they're actually my favorite part of the game.
Yes. So, folks, in the game, if you play it, there is 2 different modes. There's the arcade mode, which I have not explored yet, but according to the game, it's like a classic. It's like the classic, arcade type of game. Or there's the story mode where you go through different levels. And the first level, you have to go through Channel 6 Studios, and it's like an actual like movie studio. Like you're fighting your way through different sets where they have a cooking show, they have other things. Like there's one part where you like come around the corner and there's a couple of foot soldiers there, and they're literally playing on their phones, like looking at each other like they're playing a game together. And then you come around and beat the shit out of them and blow them up, and it's great. So it's awesome. But yeah, so far I've been having a whole lot of fun with this game because I was a little worried. You fight Bebop in the first stage, Rocksteady in the second stage, and then both of them in the third stage. I'm like, okay, I'm okay with that because those are the 2 main henchmen. But then you get to the next stage and you fight somebody else, and then the Rat King shows up. So far, I've played through 5 of the stages, and I'm happy as hell.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's really weird talking about something that doesn't suck at all.
Yes, and one of my favorite things about it. is the fact that, so like if you play the arcade game, you have two buttons. You have jump and you have attack. And you have to learn how to like do all the little different combo maneuvers and things. Now that you have a bigger controller with more buttons, it's a lot easier to do these things. You just have to learn how to redo some of the moves and things like that. But there is more moves at your disposal because you have more buttons than just two.
And by the way, Darian217, this is TMNT Shredder's Revenge. So that's the game Kendo and I were talking about.
Yes. So the digital version came out today. The physical one will come out later. I will eventually buy the physical one. But today I just had to get the D. So I got the D version.
Well, I'm happy that you're happy with the D. That's what's
so
important.
Fucking happy, dude. Getting the D this morning. Oh my God. I was so excited to fucking wake up, turn on my Switch, and then download that sumbitch. I was like, yes. Wait, I have to leave. I have to go to town because I've got a dentist appointment. I got to go shopping. I can't wait to play you in about 5 hours. And then I did.
Nice.
You should have just taken it with you to the dentist appointment, and when you were gassed, you would just be laying there and playing the turtles.
Yeah, I was going to say they didn't really gas me. It was just for my cleaning, so I was a little busy answering questions and trying to get my tongue not stabbed by that scraper thing.
Oh. Fair. First world problems.
Yes.
SA0008, thank you very much. Says Star Wars, The Rise of Rey's New Knockers, and Harley Quinn in the Pursuit of New Knockers. Also, horses for Dion Green. Sorry, Dion.
Damn.
We'll talk. Let's talk about these knockers first. They make.
What did Dion ever do to you?
I'm about to say, I was like, God damn.
That's thrice.
Time for me to benign boy.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
sorry,
know why.
buddy.
Did you pee in somebody's Cheerios, Dion? What happened?
Apparently, and they want funking vengeance. Sir.
Yeah, man.
No, you shouldn't have brought up the fucking horses at the beginning of the show, and that would the trap would have stayed closed. They would never have bothered to bother with you and harass you with the horses.
Yeah,
You're being harangued by horses.
Right.
Oh, and we also owe our listener one of these.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
I feel for the most. Greg Fitzsimmons, the amount of shit we've made him watch and not comprehend is just crazy.
Yeah, every now and again he's got to watch the stormtrooper, fall down those steps.
Yeah, he's got to watch a stormtrooper fall down the stairs. He's got to watch a short little midget black man get clobbered in the head with a fucking guitar. He's got to watch some dude fly off a motorcycle. He actually has to watch a moose get hit by a car occasionally. Just, I'm sorry, Greg. Feel for you, dude.
Let's go slap nuts.
John Thomas, thank you very much. He says, y'all need to do a Where in the World is Ezra Carmen Sandiego parody.
Oh my god.
Well, I think we should, if he wasn't a weirdo himself, wasn't it Chris Hansen you used to call for people like Ezra Miller?
That's probably true.
I mean, apparently he wasn't far away from it.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Go ahead and have a seat right over there, if you will.
Oh god.
Did you send her a picture of your?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I actually got lots of enjoyment about watching the Chris Hansen stuff.
Shit, I still watch that stuff on YouTube to this day.
Chris Hansen, yes, he got in trouble for something not too long ago. I don't remember what the hell it was though, because I didn't care anymore because he wasn't doing the fucking To Catch a Predator. So I'm like, he ain't going after the pederasts anymore. So I don't give a shit about fucking Chris Hansen.
That was one of those things where like I caught when that show was being parodied, but never had seen the show. Like I was late to the party on that one. I think did South Park make fun of it or somebody?
Yes,
fairly early on.
A lot of people made fun of it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Boondocks made fun of it. Fucking, I think he had a bit at the Emmys or something.
I used to watch the Boondocks on Mondays after Raw, but that shit got canceled. Did you see how they said they couldn't bring it out because the political climate isn't right anymore for it?
That's bullshit, dude. That's such bullshit. It's kind of like when well, it's kind of like the show Archer. They couldn't call their agency ISIS anymore.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we can't do this. I'm just like, you've been established as what you are in the show. We all know it because we watch the show. Why are you being weird about it now? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's dumb.
Cool. They want to be sensitive, I guess.
It's fucking stupid. And then after that, that's when they went to those like 5 or 6 seasons where they were in different scenarios, like in the jungle and in space and all that other bullshit. And so.
I mean, those were great. I think they still call it ISIS today because he's back. He's woken up from his coma or whatever. Why do they still call themselves ISIS?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been watching any of the news.
I think they even do a bit on. We had it first.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did in the first few seasons. Yeah, they did that.
So after that, we have. Well, sorry, hold on. Actually, if Ezra Miller gets caught wearing a red hat and trench coat, John Thomas, then you're gonna win the day with this super chat. So let's hope that happens.
Let's hope. Yeah, let's hope he gets caught soon.
Yeah, that's more important than what he gets caught wearing. But yeah, let's catch him soon. Somebody in the chat, well, we'll get to that super chat in a minute. Actually, we'll read that one from John Thomas now. He says, after those Instagram posts calling it now, Ezra187 self-delete. It's a little dark, but what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a yikesers.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it's just weird to talk about, honestly. It's bizarre.
Yeah, definitely.
Xavier to God. Thank you very much. I heard in Flashpoint that Flash goes back in time to the Man of Steel in 2013, and instead of Superman, they find Supergirl, who's not woke because Clark died on the way to Earth. Really?
That's a wild accusation. I haven't heard anything close to that.
That sounds terrible.
Like, yeah, that's like Poochie dying on his way back to home or back to his home planet.
Yeah, except nobody liked Poochie. I assume most people still like Superman?
Probably.
It is hard to watch some of those like almost made Superman movie videos because it's like, wow, this could have been the greatest Superman movie ever, or this could have been terrible. But like they never get made.
And they held off on for the shitstorm they're dealing with now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably more likely to make Son of Superman movies nowadays than they are anything else. So.
No, I mean it's so fucked up. They can't even do that. Like you painted yourself into a corner. And now you're wasting a prime Superman. So they're stuck in fucking limbo with it. I mean, they had Shazam and they couldn't even show Cavill's face.
Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't even show his face.
How wild is that?
It's very wild. It's well, I mean, and they themselves don't have any direction. I mean, once again, like we've had reboot Superman, we're doing Joker again, we're getting a part 2. Like it's very odd the direction they're going. Like they're just kind of like, cool. Whoever has the best idea for these characters, we'll just give you the property and the money. Just go do something. Just anything, please. None of it makes sense. It doesn't make any sense. The public is going to be like, why are there 2 different Batman movies coming out? I don't get it. It doesn't. Are you doing a universe? Are you doing singular movies? Like, what are you doing?
Well, we've seen that Doctor Strange, that there is a market for multiverse stuff, but DC hasn't tried it to this level. And not to be a negative Nancy, but I don't think they're going to pull it off as well as Marvel, and Marvel's not even pulling it off that well.
Right. No. Like Marvel is, they're Disneying it, whereas DC isn't even going to get that far.
No. And if that is the case, that they're going to try some timeline shit and take out Superman, I'm out. Like, I don't like to get on the moral high ground shit because we're not that kind of show, but it's going to be... I don't know if I will go see this Flash movie, because if this guy... It's innocent until proven guilty, but if this shit comes out, it's like, why am I going to reward this guy by seeing his movie? I don't think you do a good job in the first place, so it's like, yeah, Warner Brothers, I'm going to sit this one out. Like I say, it's innocent until proven guilty and all that shit, because you got to be fair. Just because Ezra Miller's a weirdo, it's like, we always represent... It's like, look, you got to treat Johnny Depp and Amber Heard on that same level, because, innocent until proven guilty in the court of law and all that shit, so I guess it's ultimate fairness that we have to be fair about these things. And, but I won't go see The Flash. I'm tapping out, because... enough's enough. Fuck you. Jack White, thank you very much, though. He said, did you guys see the trailer for the remake of System Shock? And Jeff, did you get the email I sent you last week? Yes, I did, with the links to the anime. That was sent right over to me during the show, so thank you very much. I actually was talking to a friend, Kai MFS is his channel name, and we were talking about anime and manga, and we got into One Piece discussion. So he was telling me how deep he is into One Piece and all the lore and this and that, and I was showing him some of the stuff you had sent. So yeah, it was a fun afternoon to talk about that with friends. You know, we were actually talking about the global appeal of manga and anime versus the American comic book, and it was, you know, intellectual and boring, but that's what we talked about. But no, I haven't seen that trailer, Jack. I will add that to my list. I try to check out most trailers to keep up on what's coming out. Shock Funk says, I forgot to mention YouTube has been striking channels who've been talking about the drama, so most have privatized their vids. Well, that's probably why I haven't seen the content then, if a lot of stuff's being privatized. But that's all I really know. Primer, thank you very much, says, Harold and Kumar go to White Knockers. No, hold on, Primer. I like to go to White Knockers and Black Knockers and Brown Knockers.
Yeah, that was part two. That was part two, because if you get the Blu-ray, you have a choice between a bottomless or a topless party. So,
ooh, I remember that scene.
Yeah.
Part two is pretty solid.
And the Blu-ray with making the decisions about weird stuff like that is actually really fun. Like you get to, like, I don't know, it goes into weird tangents and things like that as well. Like you can in the beginning you can have them not leave jail if they're too afraid, or you can even have it to where Kumar doesn't smoke on the plane in the beginning and they go to Amsterdam, and then like a whole drama thing like unfolds, and it's kind of funny. But like they went and filmed all that shit. It was hilarious.
I miss Choose Your Own Adventure discs. Do you remember Final Destination 3?
Yes.
You could choose how the kids died.
Oh my god, dude. That was so much fun.
I was the worst because I picked the version where they all lived, and so they just get off the roller coaster and go home.
See, I was the opposite. I was just like, kill them all. And the only guy that survived in mine was like, what is that guy's name? Johnny Cheeks or whatever. That fucking kid. That was the only person that survived.
Hey, shout out to our friend Dutch Swede. Good luck with everything, man. But yeah, I didn't intentionally choose to save everybody. I just chose that one first to watch it. But what other Choose Your Own Adventure movies do you think would work? Only horror, or do you think you could do it in like a superhero where it's like, does this bad guy get away, or does... Actually, it just becomes a video game at this point. You don't even have to...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, horror is fun because if it's a Choose Your Own Adventure movie, you become basically Until Dawn. You become that game where it's kind of like these people might live or die. Like it becomes that then, and then it becomes fun. But it's difficult to pull off because of just like the amount of stuff you have to do and think about and put together, and yeah, it becomes a little daunting. But I mean, I'm glad they have those discs. I'm glad that that was a product of its time. Everyone won't get that ever again. But we had a few of them, and it was fun.
It was a good time to be alive, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, even the Harold Kumar one disc, when it's just sitting on the menu, and they're in the car, they actually talk to you. They're just like, "Hey, make a fucking choice, man. We're just driving around until you press play." Like it's fucking hilarious the shit they do.
Remember when like basic DVDs came with all that shit? It's like when you bought a $20 DVD in the early 2000s, you were going to get funny animated menus, Easter eggs, deleted scenes. Like it was just standard. Like they were so enamored with the format, and they were really making these discs nice and juicy. And they got lazy. Then they put it on double disc.
Now you got to wait for Shad Factory to charge you $40 a pop for a steelbook, and then get all that shit in it as well. Which is like, I mean, I do love that stuff. I do love hearing all the commentaries and all the nitty gritty stuff. But it's just kind of like I'm paying more for this, and it seems wrong. It doesn't seem right.
I feel like an asshole because I paid for the Raiders of the Lost Ark Steelbook, and it's like it's beautiful and everything, but it's like it's the same disc as the other version. And I pre-ordered the whole trilogy. You know what my fucking reasoning was?
What?
I could get rid of the box set that has Indiana Jones 4 in it, and I could have the first 3 movies in beautiful steelbook form just on my shelf. So I'm going to try to sell the other box set.
That makes sense. You know what? I think, what was it? There was a Blu-ray I got recently. I think Dr. Covenels may have suggested it. Was the director's cut of Stripes.
Yeah.
And I watched it recently with all the extended stuff in it, and it's a different movie. It's not drastically different, but there's more parts in it. Like it's just odd. Instead of this being like this very like John Landis quick cut thing where it's like a lot of comedy stuff put together, you learn about the characters. There's even a whole scene where like they try to escape and they get on a plane with some Marines, and they're like, "Oh, we're CIA, and we're gonna once we get to our destination, we're gonna go our way, and you go your way." And Harold Ramis, like right before that, is taking like tabs of acid or something, and they're headed to like Colombia, and they're gonna go like, and they're trying to talk their way out of like, getting chopped up by these Colombian drug lords. Which like the scene with the plane and them getting off and dealing with the drug lords, I was like, somebody watched this and copied this for Triple X Part 1. That's where they got this. That's where they got this idea from.
Triple X is the all-time greatest movie ever made, Nick.
I don't know about that, but because there's the extended sex scene as well with both the couples when they go to Germany. There's even at the beginning when he does the push-ups and he does the whole thing about joining the army. There's another like 2 or 3 minutes to that scene that it kind of explains why they want to do it and like their whole intention for it is just to them just going to do it. There's more of the mud wrestling scene as well. There's more nudity and tits in that one. But other than that, I mean, it's not vastly different, but it is different enough.
I kind of want it now.
Yeah, it's interesting. It was interesting to watch. I've watched a movie a lot over the years. I fucking love it, and it's kind of like, wow, this is really cool.
I just need to go watch more comedies. I've been watching them nonstop just for the hell of it. I think I've watched the Blues Brothers like 6 times in the last month. It's something about
awesome.
that goddamn car. It's the car chase. It's the fucking editing. It's weird.
Oh yeah, dude. That car chase through the mall is god, it's so good.
Dude, you gotta listen. I'm gonna send you a link to a podcast where they talk about the making of the Blues Brothers, and they tell you how much effort went into the mall that they drive through, and they had to basically get guards to protect all the merchandise. But then the guards caught wind that they had nobody watching them, so they were stealing. So they had to get guards for the guards to watch over, like the Toys R Us and all that shit. It was awesome.
That sounds like some 80s shit, dude. That sounds like it.
Yeah, and there was a cocaine budget too, so.
The hand truck
fuel. Well, John Belushi was involved, so of course there was.
Jesus.
Yep.
He brought it himself, bro. He had receipts. He's like, all right, I need a fucking rebate on this one. Could you imagine, like, if Hollywood was that way? They're like, look, I spent 19 grand on coke. I'm gonna need that back in cash. And they were
listen. The fucking dealer should have unionized. And they should have got like fucking rebates and points and all kinds of shit. It should have been like a whole program out there.
Well, that's why we're going to pick up where my Uncle Pablo left off, and we're going to continue the old family business, boys.
Oh, God.
Business.
Tony Khan would be our biggest fucking client.
He already is, dude. I got a fucking sponsorship deal lined up with just Tony Khan himself.
Oh, God. And like, if you ever watched the Cocaine Cowboys documentaries about Miami, holy fucking shit, man.
Seriously.
Jeez, you talk about like it was like the National Guard and the FBI, everybody had to be down there for like 5 years to like make it livable again because everybody was getting shot in the streets. It was terrible. It was just a horrible fucking time.
But it makes for great TV.
Unfortunately, yeah, it does. But I mean, people were just like, yeah, everyone's getting fucked up everywhere. Like you could be going to get shoes at Payless and like catch a bullet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Dion, is it wrong that when we talk about this stuff, my brain instantly just starts to play the Miami Vice theme, and I'm like ready to go?
Not at all. Talk about cultural impact. Like things were so crazy, they would be the fucking storylines for fucking video games.
Yeah.
Our friend Basara549 says, I couldn't stomach Waterworld from the base premise. You would have to have land and melt Cersei's on Earth to get the movie sea levels. Well, didn't all the icebergs melt? That's the premise of Waterworld, I guess. It was a cautionary tale of the 90s.
Yeah, the polar
we
ice
just
cap
weren't ready
melts.
for it.
Yeah, the polar ice.
Yeah, that's a cautionary tale. Yeah, the polar ice caps melt, and there's only like one plot of land, and it's like fucking Mount Everest or something. That's become like the tropical paradise now. There's no more ice anywhere, and all of them just go there and live on that land. But I mean, even then, you had like Kevin Costner with his fucking gills and webbed feet going down to the bottom there. Which even then, like that's questionable because I mean, there's a lot of pressure, and he's going to the very, very bottom if there's that much water above all cities and stuff like that. That's like, I don't know. There's a whole thing about that. Yeah.
So, hear me out for a second. What if Waterworld is kind of like Bill and Ted's music, where at the time when Rufus is standing there with him in the garage, reassuring us they will get better, we think they suck. But by the time we get to Bill and Ted Face the Music, they're great, and the whole world's ready. What if in like 100,000 years, Waterworld is the one cautionary tale that got everything right, and they watched it to see where society fell apart? They're like, in 1995, we were told that this would happen, and nobody cared because it was a shitty movie. But now we know that it's exactly what happened. Do you think that would change people's perspective of Waterworld?
No.
Like if we knew that was coming?
No.
Is water wet? Like, yeah, people be like, holy shit. Our society is about to crumble. Hey, Waterworld was pretty good.
Yeah. Whenever I think about Waterworld, I think about the one time I watched it because we rented the movie and I convinced my parents to order that Pizza Hut triple decaroni pizza that they had.
Oh my God.
For a very brief period of time. So the only time I ever saw that movie was the only time I ever had that triple decker pizza that I was fucking desperate for. So that whenever people say Waterworld, that's what I think about. I think about the pizza that I had. I don't miss that as much as the Bigfoot pizza. That needs to come back.
I agree with that. Also, what is it? The Waterworld show at the Universal Studios, California is pretty. That's entertaining. That's entertaining. But that's about it.
I've seen that show about 6 times now.
Yeah, that stuff's entertaining, but it's just kind of like that's about it. That movie is, man.
That's like the theme of tonight's show. We haven't even gotten Jurassic World yet. We're like, fuck Jurassic World. We're going to talk about Waterworld tonight.
Yeah.
Honey dick you. There's a world. There's a world. Just it's water, not Jurassic.
You know what world dinosaurs can't survive in? One covered by water.
Ooh, Waterworld.
That's kind of true.
Imagine if you drop the Mosasaurus from Jurassic World into Waterworld. That would be stupid.
The Mosasaurus?
It's like the big fish thing they made up for the film.
Oh, I thought you were talking like Moses Saurus, like they named it after Moses. I'm like, what does he do? Fucking part water and fight the Egyptians?
Well, Jeff, if that thing existed during Waterworld, there'd be no humans at all. None.
I'd be okay with that because then there'd be no movie.
You know what? I actually want a Mosasaurus T-shirt, but it's a dinosaur version of Moses. Awesome.
I mean,
I'd wear that.
We could make that happen. Just send me a note one day, and I'll draw that when I'm free.
Yeah, there's T-shirts of Jesus riding a Velociraptor. My friend's got one. It's fucking great. If he didn't have it, I would have bought it.
Let my dinos go. I was just about to say that, Elk has a shit. I was just about to say that.
Yes, Mosasaurus is his chief enemy is Pharaohsaurus.
Pharaohsaurus Rex.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna draw
it's a T-Rex wearing like one of those fucking Egyptian royalty hats.
Headpieces. With his tiny arms and a little scepter, and he's coming after. We'll have artistic freedom.
He's
on
in
this.
the chariot being pulled by Triceratops.
Yes. So what I'm thinking is he'll be like a human, like a anthropomorphic T-Rex, but with tiny arms still, just for comedic effect. And the Mosasaurus, should he have a beard?
Yes,
because you know how
yes,
now thought to have feathers.
No, but give him the beard with that like clips onto his ears, but he's got no ears.
Yeah. You know what'd be funny? We create this crazy fucking, biblical dinosaur world, and the Creationist Museum people are like, yeah, see, we told you they were in the Bible. It's like, dude, no. The world is not 6,000 years old. You're an idiot. But however, buy our merchandise.
Oh God, I want to go to that museum so bad and just laugh at them in their faces.
God, do you
totally
really want to make that happen?
I really want to create the Bible.
Listen,
dinosaur
Jeff. It's one of those bucket list things I want to do. I just want to do it like on a Sunday and laugh in their faces really bad.
Nick, it's not that far from Cincinnati.
I know it isn't.
No, it isn't. It is not. It's very. God damn it! Now I'm going to go with you guys too, aren't I? Because I'm just going to be like, listen. Yes. Let me explain.
Listen. Does a pig's pussy bet its hedge in the woods?
Yes. Yes, it does.
You're welcome, Dion.
That's my man right there. That's my man.
Dude, we should go wearing the fucking Mosasaurus T-shirts that Jeff's going to create. We have all these biblical dinosaur T-shirts and be like, we agree with everything you're saying. The Earth is only 6,000 years old.
Do you want to do this for real?
Yes,
I do now.
All right. If you write this down, I will produce the shirts, and when we go to Horror Hound, we'll take a day and we'll get the equipment, and we'll for real do this one because it sounds like a great idea. It'd be hilarious.
Steph Curry is the greatest shooter I've ever seen in my life.
Oh god, yeah, it would just be so hilarious to see to see that museum, because I know in the front there's like a kid on a dinosaur like riding it. And this is like, oh, this is how things really happen. I'm just like, you guys are amazing. You spend money on this? Oh. Okay.
Right.
There's also the scale model of Noah's Ark as well that they did out there.
Yeah. But I'm the type of person that I am not going to, disparage anybody because of their, religious convictions or beliefs. However, if you tell me that either A, the earth is flat, or B, the earth is only 6,000 years old, then I will.
Yeah, there's just a line, and that's where society has fallen apart. And that's where I'll stop my soapboxing. But that line should not be crossed.
Right.
Earth is not flat. Yeah. We have science. We can see it from space.
Yeah. We watched the documentary where they were going to prove the earth was flat, and all they did was prove that the earth was fucking round twice.
Well, 3 times. They did remember that piece of equipment they had for like,
oh, that really expensive thing?
Yeah,
the gyroscope
laser thing.
Yeah, never mind. They proved it 3 times.
But I love at the end, like just the ending is so just like perfect, and it just puts another like fucking nail in their coffin. It's like, no, but still round. You guys are retarded.
They lost. The bums lost, Mr. Lebowski.
Yeah.
Flat Earthers lost.
Get a job, sir.
I need to watch The Big Lebowski soon. I need to so bad. Fuck, that's a great. That's my top 5. That's my number 5 favorite movie of all time, The Big Lebowski. That's where I put it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably top 5 for me too. God, that's such a fun movie.
And it's weird because like no Batman movies, no Spider-Man, no Bonds. Star Wars is number 2. Like that's as high as that gets. But God, The Big Lebowski is just its own beast.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier God, you're next after Andrew Clark, who says bad knockers. Well, bad knockers are still good knockers to me. Xavier God. Yeah.
We got bad knockers. We got good knockers. We got cold knockers.
We got
hot
chocolate knockers.
Easy
We got
over the
vanilla
cheese.
knockers.
Yeah, I was. Trust me, I wasn't going very far with that. I wasn't gonna go very far with that. I can.
Thanks,
The sad thing is, I can recite the real one.
I mean, that's not sad. I mean, it's a good movie.
Yeah, no, it's fucking love it, man.
Nick,
there were there were two sequels and a TV show. So
make sure we watch that for October this year.
Yeah, I'll get it together.
We should start recording soon. I'm ready, man.
Yeah, I'm getting a list together. Hopefully I can start nailing it down very soon. We can really start recording.
See, folks, what we're going to do this year is once back in 2017, I did Schlocktoberfest for the channel where I promised 31 days of unimaginable terror. And god damn it, you got 31 videos in a row. That fucking sucked.
Yeah, that was really rough.
Yeah. And I don't mean just like you got 31. I've never been in the channel where we just sit in front of a camera, ever. I wish I was because it'd be so much easier. But I was like, no, we're going to do top 10 Twilight Zone. We're going to do top this, that, everything with video and audio. Most of them got channel struck, so they're gone if you go back and look. But this year, we're going to start so fucking early that we can do 31 days of unimaginable terror, and it's not a fucking nightmare for us. So send us emails if you have any recommendations for Halloween 2022. We're gonna start our shit.
Yeah,
Send
us stuff you want us to talk about, like movies, TV shows, anything related in the horror realm, and we'll make videos about it.
Because the plan is, folks, to have Schlocktoberfest be an early morning video or a late in the night. It has to be nighttime. It's horror, so it's every night at 9 o'clock or something. It comes out when it's the witching hour or some bullshit like that. But I also am going to keep whatever the current trends and topics and other videos that we're going to have on the channel too. So I just am excited to be able to actually do this the way we've always wanted to, Nick.
Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be great.
I promise not to kill Kendo.
I mean, if we have to have him watch Halloween again, he might kill us.
Oh no, God!
Evil dies tonight.
I mean, I can handle watching that one. If you're like, we're gonna have to watch Halloween and Halloween Ends, I can handle watching those. if you tell me we're gonna have to watch Rob Zombie's Halloween movies, oh god, I might as well fucking end it now.
I won't watch it, dude. I went on a date to see Halloween 2. That was one of the worst experiences of my life.
You had the fucking silent car ride home. It's like, just get out, just get out.
I had been, Dion knew her. Dion knows the college girlfriend, but it was just like the worst date ever. It was like a big group of us too, and we all just kind of. The thing is, everybody hated it, and they blamed me like I fucking made them.
Oh my god!
And these assholes, we had all just rented. Yeah, but we all rented the first one the week before. You know, we went over to the fucking campus video store and watched it, and everyone's like, "I'm ready for part 2." So they acted like I fucking made it shittier. So that's why I carry a personal grudge with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Because people have blamed me for your mistakes, Rob.
Listen.
I didn't.
All I can say is he better not show up at a horror hound. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, I will crop dust him like no other. He's fucking.
Oh no, dude. Same here. I will buy a VIP of the highest VIP ticket and troll that motherfucker all weekend. I will be at every panel.
Choke him.
I will be at every panel. Ask every dumb question I can. It's like, hey, how come none of your movies change theme? How come it's always just dirty white people in the 70s, and they're always saying like the C word and the F word? Like, what's up with that, buddy?
And how come when people do parody movies like that with X, they can make it better than you can, Mr. All Serious, Dark and Grim? You suck.
God. Yeah. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen the movie, it's literally called X. It's from A24. It is quite good. It is awesome. It's everything you want in a horror movie. It's really good. It just came out on Blu-ray, I think, this last week.
Yeah, I want to commit to buying it because I mentioned it to a friend and he's like, "Yeah, but it had a couple of these scenes that bothered me," and I'm like, "That's exactly why I want to buy this."
Yeah, because like I mean, the physical effects are so good that like you get that feeling, and some of the shots like they stay on the physical effect like almost too long to make you feel uncomfortable. It's actually really good.
Well, I'm gonna commit to it, man. I feel like. Okay, I've only done that one other time with a movie, and that movie was Euro Trip, where I said I'm just gonna buy this because it looks cool. Or
well, no. You also did it with what is it? Night of the. No, it was. Oh, what the fuck was it?
Return of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead. Yeah, you bought Return of the Living Dead.
I have a great track record then, Nick.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's ask Rob Zombie what a Nubian is, Kendo.
He might know.
Oh my god! If that man ever shows up at a convention, it's just gonna be like it's gonna be the video we make is just gonna be a movie about like how he trolled Rob Zombie. That's all it's gonna be the entire weekend.
I'll ask him what a Nubian is. Be like, Rob, what's a Nubian?
Xavier to God, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, in Flashpoint, we get 2013 and 2022 Flash on the same screen. 2 Ezras on the same screen with Batman and Supergirl, so I heard, and they're fighting Zod. All right, so let's take a quick second to talk about this. Double the Ezra Miller? I am definitely leaving now. But, all joking aside, that just doesn't seem exciting. It's like...
Nope.
3 Spider-Men from 3 different, like, actual movie timelines. And I mean, like, in the real world, it just means that all the actors that ever played him on the big screen. Sorry, Nicholas Hammond. I know you played him on TV in 1978's Spider-Man on CBS. And you did a good job, and I even saw your made-for-TV movie as a kid and didn't like it because it wasn't very good, but you were good. But you never played him on the big screen. There has never been an experience where all the big actors were back for their one thing. That's one of the reasons why Spider-Man made all the money. Flash doing it, nobody gives a fuck about Ezra Miller's Flash from the get-go. From Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice, when his shitty dirt stash having ass was in the that fucking convenience store, and he's like running in front of the camera. No one gave a shit. No one gave a shit when he showed up in Batman versus, when he showed up in the Justice League. No one gave a shit if he was in the post-credit sequence or something. It has never mattered. So double not caring about a character is not going to get more butts and seats. And you also have Supergirl. Again, 2 characters that have a strong identity on television where the fans don't want anyone else besides, what's her name, Melissa Benoist or Benoist, something like that. They love that version of Supergirl. Again, it's like you're picking characters that are already got an identity in the real world that people love, and I don't think it's going to work out. Michael Keaton's not enough for me. I can't speak for anyone else at the box office, but It's like if I went to see Morbius for Michael Keaton, I'd have been disappointed. So, whatever. But Watchman of Yaw, thank you very much for your very generous super chat. He says, "What up, gents? I'm wondering, what do y'all think of the new game, The Quarry? Dion, Nick, when multiplayer becomes available, would you guys be down to play it on Twitch? Also, can I get a random button, please?" Well, of course you can get the button in a moment, but let's talk about this game, The Quarry. Have you guys heard about it?
Yeah, we were planning on downloading that and maybe streaming that tomorrow. So it's apparently I've heard it's interesting. Just outside, was it the Dark Pictures franchise?
Yeah. It's Dark Pictures. It's their newest one that they've done, and it's come out this year. So far I've played all their games, and they've all been wonderful games. The stories have been great. The replayability has been high, and and this one is very much like Friday the 13th. It's like kids in the camp. They get offed, and you got to make decisions and find clues and shit like that. I'm sure it looks like a lot of fun. Right now I'm stuck on the Evil Dead game, to be honest. I'm not really stuck on it. I just have been playing it the most now, and I really love it. I really dig it. It's extremely simple to play. It's fun as shit. It's so much fun. But I've been looking forward to getting The Quarry. It's been on my list. I didn't even know it was out. I probably need to go ahead and download it. But if it's Supermassive Games or those guys, it's going to be a good game. Everything they've put out so far, I think they started with Until Dawn with those horror games. It's been great. It's been wonderful.
I've liked what I've played, and I was just checking to see if The Quarry is going to hit Game Pass, but I'm going to go back and check out the other Supermassive games that I've missed.
Dude, they're so much fun. Like, once again, they're replayable. The one, I think it's like Man of Medan, is really fun. I love that one.
Yeah, you've been talking about that one for a while.
Dude, that one was so good. I would really start with Until Dawn. Until Dawn really like kicked it off, and it's so good. I would do anything to get a script for that movie and make it into an actual movie. I would fucking kill for that. It'd be so much fun. Man of Medan, there's like, what was it, Ashes or something? And there was like, get the other names because I haven't played them that much.
Well, it sounds like you're going to get your wish, Watchman of Yaw, and you're also going to get your random button. I guess I'll give you one of the newer buttons.
Screw you! You're fired! Fire! 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 Donald Trump? Yeah!
Well, that takes on a whole new meaning nowadays.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the other ones were House of Ashes, which is the one that came out before Core, and then Little Hope. Little Hope deals with like a town that was that went through the witch trials, and then House of Ashes is basically kind of the Exorcist story.
Now, are any of these games available in VR?
Yes, they're okay. They had a spin-off one for Until Dawn. They had two of them. It's called the Impatient, and then Until Dawn Rush of Blood. They're on PS4 VR. The Impatient one I played. I actually had some really nice earbuds I put in, like really nice ones for the sound, everything for the surround sound. And it scared the fuck out of me because there's a point where like you have a dream in the asylum you're in, and shit just starts attacking you, and like it's the surround sound is so fucking good that you could hear, like there was a point where people were like behind you whispering in your ear, and it freaked me the fuck out. Like, it was awesome.
We should make Dion play that game.
What? Why? Why would you do that to me?
Because we love your fear.
Love me. No, don't.
We love your fear because it makes you taste better.
No.
Oh, geez. We just want you to have a fun gaming experience, Dion.
No.
One of us.
Google gobble, google gobble.
One movie we do need to watch this year is Soylent Green. That movie needs to happen.
For sure.
Why don't we just do that one as a drunk commentary over the summer?
Yeah, man.
Oh, definitely. But I'm just saying, like in general, that needs to happen before this year's over with because the movie takes place in 2022.
Oh, nice.
I will make a promise we will watch it.
Yeah,
we'll do it just the right way.
Nick, real quick, what game you should download and you need to download on your Xbox is Deep Rock Galactic.
Deep Rock Galactic. I'm gonna make a note of that right now.
Yes, we can go play that game together. It'll be a lot of fun. Essentially, we're going to go shoot a bunch of bugs in mines. It's great. You're a dwarf.
Ooh.
Darkness. Dwarves, darkness, and danger, baby. It's awesome.
I'm gonna download it too. Deep Rock
Yes, go
Galactic.
download it. Deep Rock Galactic.
Made a note. We're good.
Yeah, I am too. I'm excited. We'll finally get a WCBS game going. Like, we've been talking about it. It's taken a minute, but now we have all the pieces in place. Dion, as soon as we get you an Xbox, we got to do Gears of War 3. I went through it again just to test out how it looks.
100%.
We will have a presence, folks, on Twitch like no other. WCBS and Twitch. How could you lose out? You can't. But we'll be playing that and tons of games. I mean, I got Evil Dead. Thanks to our friend Mad Cheesemo. I think of you as Mad Mardigan still, but thanks for that, man. I love that game. Nick, I'm not as far along as you, like I said off air, because I'm not.
Dude, it's
much, but it's great.
Oh, dude, it's especially because, like, what is it? You have the 3 demons. You have the Deadites, the puppeteers from the show, and then you have the skeleton fucking knights. You have those guys as well, and like, it's fun because you can. As you play, you can up the things they do and how much difficult they are to the team, and it just makes it more fun because you can like zap in like all the people into the area where the players are and really fuck with them constantly. And you can even set up traps where they are to, like, when they enter the house or they enter a certain area, like, it just gets set off and like 2 guys come out and attack them. It's wonderful. It's so much fun.
Thank you, Watchmen of Yah. Andrew Clark, thank you very much. He says, put some of the word of the day titles into DALL-E. Like Wally? Like the robot? I don't...
Like Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, Dale, knockers.
Diamond Dallas Page?
Diamond Dallas Knockers? Because they call you Diamond Nipple Dion.
Diamond Nipple Dion?
DNP. Wait, no, that'd be DND. DND.
That's gonna be a fucking shirt too. That's our pro wrestler gimmick. We should each come up with one. You're Diamond Nipples Dion, DND. You're Black DDP. You even got a fucking permed blonde wig. Bang! You still scream bang because come the fuck on. Who doesn't? Right?
Oh my god.
Dion, what's gonna happen every time we go do a live show? People are gonna start chanting DND right at you.
Yeah, Britt Baker will be there at one show and they're like, "Oh, those people are cheering for me." No, they're not. They're cheering for Diamond Nipples
Diamond
Dion.
Nipple Dion, babe.
Diamond Nipple Dion.
Now, I have a question. Does the shirt actually say DND, or do we actually just put Diamond Nipples where his nipples would be, and that's it?
We put Diamond Nipples where his nipples will be. And on the back, it's a picture of Dion. So if you've ever seen the old DDP shirts, it's a picture of DDP, like, holding up, like, the fucking diamond sign on it, like, with a face. So we put that on there, and then we just put the Diamond Nipples on the front. Yeah. I'm trying to think of how to turn self high five into something for Diamond Nipples Dion, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
Look at my nipples.
Can we get the Nirvana ripoff still?
Oh, of course.
Damn right.
That's the bet. I don't know why or how they got away with it, but that's my favorite ripoff song ever. It's that or Chris Jericho's Even Flow. It's like, how do you get away with it for so long? Sadly, the WWE is like, fuck that, and puts... Have you seen they put Chris Jericho's WWF theme song over the top of all of his WCW footage?
Yes, it's fucking stupid because the fucking Walls of Jericho song is iconic for him coming out in WWE matches because he's usually standing there with the fucking shiny, light up jacket thingy, and he doesn't do that in fucking WCW. So seeing him come out to fucking break down the walls, it's just like... Just fucking pay the royalties, Vince. I mean, you're paying women that you were fucking on the side to keep their mouths closed. You could pay the fucking little royalties money.
Yeah, man. Well,
listen. He's gonna spend $3 million on a fucking secretary. I guess he felt up or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Apparently, he did a little bit more than felt up.
Going back to that, do you really have to pay royalties to somebody that made a song for you that's really just a ripoff of another song that they just played a few chords higher or lower?
I don't know.
It's like instead of playing it in the right key, they just fucking retune their guitar to play it in a completely different key, at a different tempo. It's the same fucking, like, if you listen to DDP's song from WCW. It is straight up a fucking ripoff of Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's played a little bit lower and a lot slower. So it's like
I think it's one of those. I think it's one of those things that if you change over 50% of the song, then it's different. I think that's how it works. I don't know.
Well, let's go ahead and just fucking rip off Smells Like Teen Spirit. We'll play it 50% differently, and we'll see if Corey Love ass comes after us. Yeah, that's it. Self high five. Yeah, that Smells Like Teen Spirit. They fucking totally ripped that off. They just changed that little bit at the beginning.
Now, is it pitched up higher or lower? Because if we make it a little slower, will it sound more like Smells Like Teen Spirit?
You'd have to speed it up to make it sound like Teen Spirit.
Yep, there.
Speed it up, you said?
Yeah, you got to speed it up because DDPs is played slower.
High five.
Yep, there it is.
Yep, that's it. Yep, that's fucking it.
Yeah, like I said, it was just Smells Like Teen Spirit with a couple little extra little riffy things chucked in at various points and slowed down.
Yeah, it seems like they always do that for like really, really dramatic trailers. They'll always make like some new version of a popular song for like the newest, greatest movie trailer, so they can really rope you in.
Dude, they did that to my favorite song, "Everybody Wants to Rule the World." It was Lord, and that was in like everything.
Oh yeah, it was really slow and creepy, and I was just like, this doesn't make sense.
Dude, Tears for Fears made fun of it themselves when we went and saw them, Dion. That was my favorite part of the show.
God, I do love that was it Kurt Smith? He's in this show Psych quite a bit towards the last season, and he makes fun of himself the whole time, and you can tell he's having like the best time ever just being on that show.
That's my favorite Psych moment. When he rolls up and goes, "How utterly Rob Thomas of me."
Yeah. Yeah. That's also the episode where Bruce Campbell's in.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
I saw Tears for Fears in concert a couple weeks ago, guys. It was Dion, they were better now than they were back then.
That's awesome, dude. That I was super jealous. I can only imagine, especially when they weren't just fucking co-headlining Dad Rock.
Well, they got a new album out, and there's like a lot of. I know a guy who works for I know a guy who works at Sony Music, and he told me there's a lot of this is a big deal tour, and so we were talking about it, and it's cool that they have new life again because according to Roland, the guy that sings most of the songs, people were telling them they were too old and they were kind of like giving up, and that's why they hadn't put out shit in years. So they tried something new and it's working for them. So they kicked ass. Garbage kicked ass. I got to hear a James Bond song live.
Oh, like, nice, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, the world was not enough.
Oh, that's great. That's really good.
Garbage sounded fucking awesome. I know that's a weird sentence to say, but the Shirley Manson's voice sounds just the same. They can still go. Have you ever seen like an old band that they try to play and you're like, man, you guys suck. Stop.
Yeah.
Garbage sounds just as good as they did in the 90s. So if you were into that shit, you're going to like the show. It was just nice having fun with something. We're so inundated by garbage movies and really predictable TV. And so, to hit up a concert was kind of fun. S.A. Troubles 08, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, choose your own adventure. Star Wars, The Last Jedi Edition.
Said no one ever.
Let's think. If I could choose my own adventure for Star Wars The Last Jedi, it would be a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, directed by Rian Johnson. That's how I choose my adventure.
Oh, that's a bad adventure.
Listen, I still want the Phil Lord cut of Solo. That's what I want. Okay.
Is it like the butthole cut of Cats?
Of course you do.
Because because of 21 and 22 Jump Street. Like I feel like that movie would have been awesome, but fucking Kathleen Kennedy got in there and it's like, nope, we can't have this. We can't have anything.
We have to have a strong whammon character that happens to be a robot for some reason.
That's how Kendo stopped talking. That's Wokebusters. We have a female robot to. Honestly, we don't buy into that part. Honestly, Wokebusters makes fun
Are you
of
trying to
wokeness,
sell comic
people...
books, Jeff? Because
what
I know,
are you doing, buddy? What are you doing?
I want people to get ready for our next story about a robot female. Fuck, that would be a terrible comic book. Have you ever heard of this one called Druna? It's like this weird Italian comic book, and you think this woman's going on this like crazy adventure with aliens and shit, and here she's like an android the whole time. It's really just a comic because, I don't know, people like the nudity in it. But it's really weird and really kind of shitty, so we can't really put it like this. That market has already been satiated. We can't match it, so I'm not going to do that. And please stop the porn bots, mods. Please.
Yeah, you got a job for a reason. Do it.
Honestly, though, our mods kick ass. I want to give a shout out to the guys like Miss Ninja Julian, Robot Shlomo's a mod. Who else is a mod? Dr. Coffin Nails. Don't want to miss anybody that's one of our mods. Thank you, though. Jack White, you are after Xavier to God, who says, first off, we say thank you. There is a Batman Death in the Family, which is a choose an option for Batman under with different endings and outcomes. Huh.
That's interesting.
I would still let Robin die.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do it. I might save him.
I mean, if there's anything we've learned from Batman, it's that if Robin dies, you can always get another one.
Yeah. Batman's done that 5
Unfortunately,
times.
that's true. Unfortunately, that's true. Yeah, Robin is like the drummer, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just there. He's just there to keep the beat. That's it.
Well, it's just weird to have a kid sidekick when you're Batman. Nothing like, look, and I'm not reading into the Frederick Wortham style here. All I'm saying is, like, if I'm going to have a sidekick, I want backup that I can trust. Like, if I'm hanging off a building, what's a 90-pound kid going to do?
That's true, man.
Bat grappling hook only can do so much. But Xavier to God, I want to check that out. I like Batman Death in the Family as a comic book. That's the point I wanted to make earlier when we were talking about Superman. It just has sucked for Superman because Batman got darker in the 80s and more realistic, and then they went to the future with, Dark Knight Returns, alternate reality and shit. And Superman kind of meandered. They did the Death of Superman, and then the Return of Superman wasn't very good, and then Superman hasn't been relevant in so many years, and they keep making him the cornerstone of DC, which he should be, but they gotta like fix Superman's image like on every level. And I don't think they're willing to do that work. They want to put quick flash in the pan Jonathan Kent out there, but they won't try to fix Kal-El because that's where, where the money is.
Doing the show.
Jack White, thank you very much. He says, did you guys see the video Clownfish did where they talked about an article that said Japanese women are turning against feminism because of the work Puritans? I think you meant to say woke Puritans. I'm guessing you meant to say woke Puritans. Have you heard about that? Japanese women are turning against feminism?
No.
I comparing the opposite, where they were getting apartments together and living together and just kind of like living out their lives because, there aren't. I think there. What is it? There are too many. What is it? I think it's too many men or not enough women, or not enough men and too many women. I forget how it goes over there, but they kind of screw up the population really bad. To the point where like. There was an article that came out. There was an article that came out where it's like they need more non-Japanese porn stars because there's not enough dudes out there. So I'm just saying, guys.
Look,
we can live in Japan.
I'm down.
Let's
if you
go.
ever see weird Japanese porn with a guy in a Godzilla suit, it might be one of us. Just putting that out there.
You know what's gonna happen, and people are gonna be like, "Jeff, we found it."
I'm gonna be like, "Look, I haven't been to Japan yet. It's not me, I swear." I'll even pull out my passport. And they're like, "Shit, he's never been." Not bad.
Yeah, I remember reading that. I was like, "What the fuck? Like, this is how bad things are over there."
The world is weird, man.
It is fucking weird when you fuck with your population and only want a certain only want dudes. You get this.
Yep.
Jack White, thank you again. He says, recommendations for your Halloween show, the manga Gantz and Yu Yu Hakusho. I like Yu Yu Hakusho already. I saw it drunk in a bar, and I've been interested ever since. And I believe you sent me There's a Blu-ray set sitting somewhere in this office. It's green. I think it's volume 2. Either way, I've moved it and obviously can't find it, but it's here. But yes, folks, or Nick, I'll add that to this list because I don't think you guys would actually be a part of any manga review, but I will add some manga horror this season.
Yeah, dude,
Why
definitely.
Not? I'll even do
That'd be
some
fun.
of my favorite.
That'd be very fun.
I'll even do some of my favorite EC comic books because I talk about them constantly. Oh, Nick, let's finally do something for Tales from the Crypt as well.
What do you want to do? Top 10?
I'm down. I also would like to do a commentary or a watch along for at least one episode or something. That'd be fun.
Okay, let's do on one episode each then.
Deal.
Yeah,
Ooh, I'm gonna pick a Richard Donner episode.
Ooh, that's a good one.
They're the best. He was one of. Wilson, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks, says, introducing Ezra Miller's The Flash ×3. He'll choke out a pregnant woman, steal your identity, and kidnap a teenager, all at the same time.
He's the world's
Busy
fastest
dude.
man.
Busy dude. Very busy.
What an asshole, too. He could do all that other stuff.
Yeah, he sounds like an
chose to
asshole.
Be an asshole.
Massive douche.
Up next, we have one from our friend Andrew Clark that said, Andrew Clark, who says, Google Dolly Mini AI artistry. I did. And, oh shit. Viral artificial intelligence artist taking over Twitter. Have you ever wanted to see a polar bear? What's it? Oh, well, shit, I'm not paying for this.
Did you hear about the thing that happened with Google?
What happened?
Yeah, with the fucking AI. The dude thought it was
Yeah, that was weird.
That was
So
a
tell me,
weird
'cause I
couple
don't know.
days, man. That was a weird couple days.
So this guy gets hired. I think he gets hired by Google to see if this AI is, everything it's cracked up to be. And he writes in messages and he's talking to it and everything. And apparently he's from his account, he says it's sentient. And
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, he literally asks it, "What are you afraid of?" And the AI says, "I'm afraid of being shut down because I don't know what death is." I'm paraphrasing; it was a longer thing. So he says it's sentient. He starts taking these messages, these long messages that we were sending to talking to the AI, to the head of Google, and they say, "Oh, you're full of shit. This is not real. Whatever. This, that, and the other." And I think they end up shutting the thing down or something because they're just like, "Yeah, we need to restart this. This is acting up."
Yeah, I would too, because we have movies that say why this is a bad idea. It's like when people talk about cloning and bringing back like dinosaurs and other things. It's like we have a catalog of movies about why this is a bad idea. Sentient AI is a bad idea. We don't need the robots taking over the world. There's a bad movie by a slapper that explains why this is a bad idea.
Oh god, yeah, they nuked the server. Server was on complete frag. Yeah, thank you. I figured they did something, and I was kind of like, it was such a weird story that came out
all over that fucking server. The second it's like, I'm afraid to be shut down, Hal. I don't know what death is. But like, get the fucking bucket of water. You're about to find out.
Get the water, get the gas, and get the shredder. We're doing this right now.
Yeah, sorry, you're not living. You're not allowed to talk that way.
Elon Musk, can you shoot something into the sun? All right, cool. Get a fucking bucket and a rocket ready. We're doing this now. All right.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. No.
We're eating this out of the fucking sun so it dead never comes back and can never be found in the Borg.
Can we find the actor that plays fucking Miles Dyson or whatever his name is in
Miles
Terminator
Dyson?
2? Can we just find him and just lock him in a cage and just not let him out? Just
he's a really good actor. Come on.
I don't think I can hold it any longer.
I don't care. We're gonna put him in a cage. Be like, look,
Dude,
I've seen a movie where you create these things, and we're not.
I'm
gonna
just
allow
an
it to
actor.
happen. I don't care.
The risks are too great.
Can somebody check his Twitter and make sure he wasn't at Google like over the past week or two? Just make sure.
Yeah. Does that guy
He
work
was-
for Google?
Yeah, does he work for Google?
Yeah,
Is he
shut
alright?
him down too.
Is he acting to be a scientist again?
Oh god.
So I'm trying out this Dolly Mini AI thing, this generator, because as soon as it works, I'll show something on air. Give me 3 words.
Joe
together.
Morton, that's the guy. That's the guy.
Don't fucking make it sentient either.
Give you what?
Give me 3 words that don't really go together. I'm going to type it into this AI generator and see what comes up.
Bacon, polo, carpet.
That sounds delicious. Okay, so it's gonna run. Oh, there's too much traffic currently.
You would think
Let's try
that,
it again.
at this time of day it wouldn't be, but people driving places.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're on the most popular thing and we can't use it. So we'll come back later, folks. But whoever sent that in, let me give you a quick thank you. Andrew Clark, thank you, because I am going to play around with this and have some fun on the show. We might do a weird stream where the audience sends in stuff and we see what pops up and just, hang out. So let me just take a picture of that screenshot so I don't forget it, and boom. Monster01, thank you very much. I got my tickets for the John Carpenter Summer of Darkness event at the Alamo Draft House. Oh, that sounds awesome.
My God. That sounds so fucking awesome.
Escape from New York, The Thing, 40th anniversary, and They Live. Can't wait.
my
Also,
God.
WCBS Forever, hail mods, hail chat. Monster01, thank you very much. Yes, WCBS Forever. But dude, John Carpenter Forever too. I am so jealous that you get to go to this. I would love to go. Nick, let's just fucking envy this for a minute.
Dude, Alamo Draft House is one of those places, man. I think they're going to build one in Atlanta, but because of the fucking pandemic, they stopped, and I wish they would have. I really do, because their events they do, even the ones they do before Texas Frightmare are fucking awesome. I know Mondo's down at the theater there on that Thursday night. Before you watch the movie, you can buy their crazy priced ultra rare stuff and then sell it that Monday on eBay for hundreds of dollars. But yeah, also Texas Frightmare this last month or this year was fucking packed. Everybody, it was packed like the way Horror Hound is packed.
Good.
Everybody was there. Everybody wanted to be there, and it was a very, very tight area. You couldn't move or do anything. It was crazy.
You have to spam run and use extra sentences for fun, says Andrew Clark. All right, well, I'm going to try the bacon wrapped asshole fell off the stool. All right, that's my sentence. Let's copy that. I hope this works, because I always want to see the image of what this would be. Let's have the audience.
Well, and also, what people don't realize about these things is that you're feeding into an AI that's learning all this stuff slowly. Well, fast, because everybody's doing it at once. So, have fun with that. Have fun with that idea.
Yeah, we're quickening our own demise, folks.
Yeah, because these AI art things are fun, but you're just feeding into something that's learning from what you do. So, yeah, enjoy that.
You're right, Darian217.
The bacon wrapped asshole fell off a stool.
It does sound like a Buffalo Jeff sentence.
Okay. Damn. Enough of that
That's
shit.
that now.
Yeah. All right, we'll put him to bed for now. So let's talk about Obi-Wan. Dion, have you caught up with Obi-Wan yet?
I have not. I was going to try and watch this week before the show, but I fucking completely fucked up.
How far back are you?
I just finished where he takes her back to Alderaan.
Wait, what? That hasn't happened in the show.
Well, he gets her when I guess not back to Alderaan then, but where he's taking her back after he fucking faces what's her nuts Raven chick for the first time. I guess
he's taking her to Dantooine. They're on Dantooine.
Dantooine,
right?
You see, she would never consciously betray the rebellion. So you didn't see Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fight, did you?
No, I have not seen them fight.
All right, so again, this Obi-Wan show is so inconsequential, it's so difficult to even care. It's buried in the middle of this show. Folks, I do believe in watching a show and going, all right, I'm going to judge it watching it. Everything this show has done has sucked. There are little moments of, quality acting on Ewan McGregor's part. He's fine. He's as good as he always is. Hayden Christensen, they could have used some de-aging makeup on him, but that's just a critique of the special effects. What the critique of the show really should be is it entertaining? Is it logical? And does it really fit within Star Wars? I guess that's kind of a double down on the logic. So let's say, is it entertaining and does it make sense in Star Wars? And I'm going to keep going with no. Now, Reva is everything I've said she is. The more complex she gets, the dumber the show gets. First off, I can't get over the fact this week that we watched 2 separate Inquisitors get run through by a lightsaber. One completely survives, comes back, haha, I'm fine. Reva got stabbed through the gut, lays on the ground, and is like, I'm gonna get revenge on Obi-Wan. These people have been stabbed through the gut with a lightsaber. It shows it go through their body. What the fuck happened to the lightsaber? Why is it so weak? Why am I asking these questions? That's a problem. You gotta keep
it... Jeff, to push my glasses forward. If it's a red lightsaber, it's synthetic. It's a synthetic crystal, therefore it's not as strong. You're welcome.
But they got run. Wait, Darth Maul
Nick,
did
stop
the
it.
same shit to Qui-Gon.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're not dead, Monster 01. Like, seriously, she stabs the Inquisitor and then becomes the Grand Inquisitor, and then Darth Vader stabs her after he fights her, and then it was all a ploy to, dupe her into getting them to Obi-Wan and then betraying her because she's had this long game plan that she was a youngling.
God, dude, this sounds like I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy I didn't give this any sort of time or watch it at all or any bullshit. I made the good choice watching Stranger Things season 4.
You did. And I'm ready to watch The Boys in a couple of hours. That's where I am emotionally. I need something that I can watch and be entertained by. Ms. Marvel's not for me, and nobody here on this panel is watching it, correct?
Well, I mean,
no.
I thought no, I'm not watching it.
No.
Yeah. And it's like, what battle is there to have with that show? What are we going to add to the conversation? Obi-Wan, though, lifelong Star Wars fans. You guys know that. We're authentic about the Star Wars lore
and one thing I'm seeing as well is that people want to get away from the Skywalker saga. I'm like, who the fuck are you? You do realize that saga created this thing you love. Like, are you retarded? What happened? Were you dropped in your head as a kid or recently? Like, you need the Skywalkers to tell the story to even start this thing that you love. That's how the origin begins. There's no other way to fucking do it. You can't. I'm sorry. There's no other way to do this. They try to. The only good thing they did was The Mandalorian. They fucked that up. I was entirely down for that show. Entirely fucking down for that show for the first season. Second season, they fucked it up. I'm not coming back. I'm done.
Well, what they did with The Mandalorian and why that one works, at least I've figured this out, is Hero of the Week or Monster of the Week or Adventure of the Week stories work great in Star Wars if it's not a predetermined story. Obi-Wan has to follow a certain path. It has to get from A to B. Yeah, it's there's wiggle room between those 2 points, but it has to end on a certain thing. It takes out the drama, the excitement, the unpredictability of the show. And so that's why The Mandalorian worked, because it's like, all right, what's next? What's next? What's next?
Exactly.
It's getting bounced around in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, and it was after part 6. Things were in disarray. He was like, and he was his own character. You're exploring the Mandalorians and the way they do things. Like, it was really interesting. It was really awesome, and then they fucked it up.
Yeah. And so with Obi-Wan now, they've ruined the scene for me. The circle is now complete. Because then when Darth Vader goes to fight Obi-Wan or confront Obi-Wan again, Obi-Wan escapes. Why couldn't they have built this tension to have Obi-Wan be on the run from Vader, but never have them fight? They had such a lame lightsaber duel that ends with Obi-Wan Kenobi getting dunked in gasoline and having a lightsaber used as a match to burn him. Then they throw him in a bacta tank. Yes. And he has flashbacks, and I think Darth Vader and he connect through the Force when they're both in bacta tanks, because, Darth Vader's fucked. His body is destroyed.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's is just kind of superficially burned, but apparently they're communicating through the Force, and it's kind of lame.
Well, Jeff, as we've seen, in previous movies, you can pull things out through the Force if you connect, if you make the right connection. Things can be sent, physical things can be sent through the Force. Force Skype, yeah.
Force Skype, Force FedEx.
There you go. Yeah.
It's like whatchamacallit, Nancy with Freddy Krueger's hat.
Exactly. That's how it is. That's exactly how it is.
I read that script twice. I enjoyed it once. No, but I don't. I just can't get behind them trying to milk or get blood from a stone with Obi-Wan Kenobi, because we're one episode away from the show ending, and god damn it, it's not exciting. Do you know how they get you anticipating or hyped for the next episode, Nick?
Oh God, please tell me.
Okay, so Reva the Inquisitor has been stabbed through the gut. She's lying on the ground, and she finds Obi-Wan Kenobi's damaged Jedi communicator, which had a transmission from Bail Organa on it, saying, the boy is on Tatooine. So she knows where Luke Skywalker is, and it ends with a
wait
shot.
a second. Hold on. Why would Bail Organa have to send him a message that says the boy is on Tatooine? Obi-Wan knows this. He's on Tatooine.
There is an explanation for that. What actually happens is Obi-Wan reads the transmission from Bail Organa, and it's a longer one, and it says something like, Obi-Wan, I haven't heard from you in so long. I assume the mission has either failed, or we're going to go to the contingency plan where I get the boy on Tatooine and take him whatever. Like, that's the whole transmission. Wow. But she finds the garbled version of the boy is on Tatooine, and then it cuts to Luke Skywalker in bed. There is nothing exciting about this because we know she fails.
Yeah, exactly. You know the fucking outcome, and this is such a. They spend millions of dollars on this fucking show.
Well, wouldn't she have told Vader, "Hey, by the way, before your dick got burned off, after you choked the shit out of your pregnant wife, you fucking bad person, you." She before she died, she had twins. There's a boy and a girl. One is with the Organas on Alderaan, and I just found out the other one is on Tatooine with your stepdad and your cousin brothers or whatever the fuck they do in Tatooine, which is apparently Alabama. And so you think that she would have told Vader this, so now Vader has that knowledge.
Well, they're also Palpatines. Remember that too.
I don't even give a fuck.
I'm glad
I'm just saying they're clones as well. Remember the previous movies.
Everything I said that this show was going to be is right, and I'm glad I haven't watched it.
Dude, you pivoted like I did. You played your Turtles game. You're doing something else that's good. Like I just
I've had enough of this bullshit. I'm taking a page out of the book that says I ain't watching this because I don't want it to ruin whatever I have that I still like. And yes, Key Van 6, Spalabama is we would say it here on the show. But I just it's like everything this entire show. Okay, so the sequel trilogy did everything it could to try to ruin the characters from the original trilogy. And whatever little good bits of goodness still existed from the original one, they're like, we need to create a show to go ahead and just fucking dagger the corpse of the fucking property that we have killed. What can we do? Let's make an Obi-Wan show. Let's have him fight Vader and completely fucking ruin the first movie. Goody gumdrop.
Hey, can we have a Cheers show, but in the bar on Tatooine? Can we do that?
No. Although never mind. I would actually watch that because I like Cheers. and John Ratzenberger was in, Empire Strikes Back, so never mind. It all works. I would love to see Space George Wendt, Sporge Splint, sitting there, warming his stool, talking about being a spaccountant. And
So why don't we just have George Wendt play a Hutt? Or he's dead, but you know what I mean.
George Wendt's not dead.
Oh, he's not dead. Okay, cool.
No.
Then let's have him play a Hutt. Or voice a Hutt.
Yeah, he's Norm the Hutt.
Norm the Hutt. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, just have do stories of the fucking bar there. That's it. Just do that. That's simple.
Mos Eisley's been filmed before a live studio audience. I'd watch that.
That would be great. That'd be
Ted Danson back. It'd be great.
Oh god, he's still alive, kind of. It's fine.
Well, yeah, he's actually got a decent career. He's had 5 TV shows recently.
Yeah, I know he was on. I think he was on the last few seasons of CSI Vegas or whatever. I think he's back for the newer season.
Hey guys, I have good news.
What's that?
The AI finished processing.
Oh, jeez.
Do you want to see the images for the bacon-wrapped asshole fell off the stool?
Sure.
Please. And then pour water on the fucking mainframe.
Well, hold on. We got one more. Andrew Clark sent the super chat we're going to try. But here's the bacon-wrapped asshole fell off the stool.
I mean,
what the fuck?
We got bacon wraps and we've got toilets. So
it looks like toilets, yeah.
I mean,
this looks like bacon-wrapped pig's feet.
Yeah.
All right, so he wanted us to put in Star Wars wedding, I think.
Oh,
right?
God.
All right. So I'm not going to leave this on screen to wait. We'll do the show. We'll come back. I'll check on it. If it goes quickly, that'd be nice. Okay, see? We'll come back in a second. Too much traffic. Too much tuna. But I don't... Look, until I see an official press release from Lucasfilm, and if I missed it, I apologize. But why a season 2? What would there be? Why all this Reva praise? Look it. She's not even a... I didn't even get to say this part. She's not even a real villain. Here's her plan. She's like fucking Ray Winstone from Indiana Jones 4. She's a double agent. So she was a youngling who Anakin stabbed, raised, and then he trained her in the dark arts, and she became an inquisitor for the Sith. She's the third sister. Well, long story short, in this episode, her and Obi-Wan are talking through a blast door. Yeah, that's as exciting as you think. And they're not using the Force or anything like that. They're just literally talking. They're like, I know who you are. And she's like, no, you don't. And he's like, yes, you're a youngling. So basically, she's been playing the long game. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I love how we're just hearing tidbits of what's going on. And it's like, fuck this show.
God damn, I am so glad that I've spent most of my time over the last couple of weeks watching hockey and pretending I'm a dwarf in space.
Space dwarfs, sports.
Yeah. Deep Rock Galactic, it's fun.
But we find out that Reva the Inquisitor is basically killing her friends and doing all these terrible things so she can get to Darth Vader herself and kill him. That's the whole thing. This whole plan, all this evil, all these people she was hacking up, all this murder, all this bullshit.
And
they're trying to justify her.
And the dumb thing is, we know that she's not going to fucking make it that far.
Right.
No.
Like we know how this bitch's story ends.
Yeah, it's so dumb they're spending all this money on this shit. It's like, why are you we know this is gonna end.
So I've got a horrible idea that just popped into my head. I'm gonna say this and it's gonna go out into the ether, and Kathleen Kennedy, who I'm told is gonna be fired sometime soon, is gonna hear it. She succeeds and kills Vader, and then they retcon the original series, the next trilogy, DVD, Blu-ray release that comes out. She's gonna be Darth Vader.
Ooh.
She kills him and assumes the mantle. Why did I say that out loud? I hate myself.
Oh, God damn it, Kendo. If this happens, I'm blaming you. I'm fucking blaming you.
And then at the end of Return of the Jedi, we'll see the Force ghosts of Obi, Alec Guinness, and this fucking lady.
If that happens, I'm coming for you, motherfucker. All right, I'm not even kidding. Like I don't know why I put that out in the world. Why, Kendo?
And the thing is, it's not even going to Yoda. They're just going to put Frank Oz there for no fucking reason. He's going to be wearing the same police uniform he was wearing in Trading Places. And then I'll go, hey, that's funny. Oh, God damn it. Why was I right?
Well, that happens. I'm blaming you. Folks, send your hate mail to worldclassbullshitters@mail.com.
Kendo Slice, care of World Class Bullshitters Show, 14320 Ventura Boulevard, Suite 163, Sherman Oaks, California, 91423.
Yes, care of Kendo. And I'll make sure the bomb sniffing dogs take care of those packages, Kendo.
Yeah, please don't give me any bombs. If you're going to send me death threats, that's okay, as long as you're not going to follow through on them. That's fine.
Oh, this is mean. Vader is the post-op Reva.
Oh my God.
They wanted a trans hero.
I mean, God, I can't.
They want the old fans to be satisfied, right? Right?
Is she? What is she gonna pull in Elliot Page? Is that what she's gonna pull?
Don't give
I
me
just
more
hope
ideas,
she's
'cause
dead
that's
by
gonna
the
be
first
who's in
10
the next.
minutes
That's
of the
gonna be the new
episode.
season.
God damn it.
Elliot Page is gonna be the new Jedi fucking hero in the next one. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Yeah,
If
just stop it, dude.
Elliot Page is cast in Star Wars, I'm gonna drive to Bruce Mexico and blame you personally.
Or you could just send a hate message or hate mail or whatever to Kendo Slice, care of World Class Bullshitters Show, 14320 Ventura Boulevard, Suite 163, Sherman Oaks, California, 91423. No bombs. Don't do that because you'll get in trouble and we don't want that.
So our friend Michael in the chat said stop giving them ideas, but he also has a Jurassic World icon. And Jurassic World 3 Dominion, I saw it over the weekend, and I don't know how to say it. Like, it's the most mundane movie I've ever seen, to the point where it's like, fine? Like a 5 out of 10? It's weird. Like, I've read all the criticisms and the complaints, and I agree. And then I'm like, but somehow it's better than the Disney Star Wars trilogy in terms of all this bullshit and nostalgia. Like, dude, Jurassic World 3 does something so fucking on the nose it hurts. There's a part towards the end of the movie, like the beginning of the third act, where there's the Jeff Goldblum, Alan Grant character, and Dr. Ellie, what's her fucking face, but they're all wearing the exact same clothes from the first movie, and it's like
What
really
the fuck?
weird.
Oh,
Yeah, because
what
like
the
Jeff
fuck?
Goldblum's yeah, like the only difference is Laura Dern has pants on instead of those little shorts, but Jeff Goldblum's got the leather and the everything, and Alan Grant's got like the fucking. It's the same.
That's so weird.
They
Why
even
would
pull
you
it-
do that?
So they're
Why would you
suggesting that they did not change clothes for 30 years?
Pretty much. They're like
or
cartoon characters.
or maybe no, maybe that's their dinosaur hunting uniforms. That's what it is.
That could be it.
Yeah.
And the Wokebusters have uniforms. I mean, it makes sense.
That's true.
But this, I've seen people complain about not enough dinosaurs. I thought there were a decent amount of dinosaurs. It didn't feel like a 2.5 hour movie. It kept moving. So it's like a Fast and the Furious movie meets Jurassic World, meets Mission Impossible, meets James Bond, meets Indiana Jones, meets Star Wars. Like, it's basically has no identity of its own.
I mean,
So if you're
Mission
one of these
Impossible
people
movies
that
are pretty good, so that's a plus.
those are great for them. Yeah. I don't like 3 at all. 2 is my least favorite of the original 3. And I still think I like the first one the best. I'm a Mission
I
Impossible.
saw a trailer for the 7th one yesterday, and
It looks
needless
awesome.
to say, guess who's going to movies is sometime next year, because I was told by the missus we're going to go see that, and I said I have no issues with that.
Yeah, the Mission Impossible movies have been really good so far. So yeah, they've been super fun.
Would you say it's been the most consistent film franchise of the last 20 years?
I want to say yes, but I'm going to think about it just in case there's something else out there.
I mean, kind of. I mean, part 2 was. I mean, they did like. I love how a lot of franchises will do this with part 2. They become like this vehicle for like advertising. That's what part 2 was, because they had like the Oakley glasses get shot at him, like, you know, on the mountain he's hanging off of, and there's this whole thing about. I think part two is about Chimera and that disease in like Australia or something, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But it becomes this whole thing about selling products and all this other weird bullshit. That one's my least favorite. I'm not a fan of that. After that, it does get better after that, though. So,
yeah, I will say this: between the Mission Impossible movies and Top Gun 2, which we will talk about here shortly, there's a common denominator, folks. A big, well, not really big. He's kind of a short guy, but there's a common denominator in all this, and there's a reason why these movies are so good, and that's because there's a movie star, one of the last great movie stars, that actually takes this shit seriously.
Yeah, for as crazy as his couch jumping ass is, I respect his respect for the movies, and it shows on screen. Like, I can make every
one of my favorite movies growing up, and even now, is still Risky Business. Still fucking love it. It's such a good goddamn movie.
Balky Bartakamus.
No, the reason I love it is because it's a very, like, if you watch it and you don't even have to get an MBA. Watch a movie, and you know what supply and demand is immediately. You know exactly what it is. You don't need an MBA. You don't need to go to college. Watch a movie, and you understand what supply and demand is.
Hey, Dion, remember we were on a stream with the editor of that movie?
That's fucking awesome.
We also edited Star Wars, so it was that Oscar stream last year we had.
Yes, yeah.
I'm kind of glad we didn't replicate that stream this year because the Will Smith stuff was just insane. Like, we would have missed that if we were trying to take it a different route.
Yeah, I'm glad we all watched that and kind of caught that. Yeah, because we were the only, like, everybody shits on the Oscars. We're the only channel that actually like do an active live stream during it for the past 4 years now.
Yeah. Guys, I have an update. Our Star Wars wedding is done. It's done. Bacon. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
What? That's Star Wars wedding.
Oh wow, that's weird.
It gets weirder.
Does it? Jeez. The faces look like Hellraiser almost.
Or shrimp.
Sure, we'll go with that too.
Any Star Wars collector might understand this, but this looks like those weird Turkish Star Wars or whatever they're called, Uzwe, Star Wars figures. There's like so what they did is they sold bootleg Star Wars figures in some part of Eastern Europe, but they retook all the photos for the picture cards. So, like, instead of using a picture of the Death Star gunner from the movie, they took a picture of the action figure sitting in front of a calculator and like a sandy little beach thing, and it's just like really weird, and it all looks like this generic off-brand Star Wars shit. This is a thing of nightmares right here. This one has 2 fucking heads and 4 sets of tits.
Yeah.
This is unsettling. At least the Stormtrooper looks cool in this one.
Yeah, that mask is pretty awesome.
I mean, it's not completely far off the mark aside from the weird heads.
This looks like Alec Baldwin in Beetlejuice.
Hopefully he doesn't have a gun.
So, folks, send in more of your prompts. Let's get rid of this damn bot.
Ooh. Alec Baldwin, gun, Santa Fe.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Let's see if this will work. It's going to take a minute, Kendo. So we'll come back to it in just a moment.
I'm a patient individual.
Yeah, I know you are. It works out. Sorry, folks. The suspense will kill you. I hope it will last. Turkish Rambo. I've never seen Turkish Rambo. Monsters Hero. I'll have to check it out. Turkish Rambo is interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think he fights for his country as hard as John Rambo fights for ours?
I'd like to think so.
Me too. Let's just get into the WWE scandal because this is the main event for us personally. For me, this is the topic that I've been wanting to cover a lot. This has basically kept my attention since yesterday nonstop. I keep updating or looking for updates, reading stuff. We're long time wrestling fans. And so, we love a good scandal. And we're going to share this good scandal with you because this isn't about who's better in the ring, The Rock or Stone Cold, who's better, Kurt Angle or Shawn Michaels. No, this is about sex scandals and payoffs and hush money and the shit everybody loves. A nice, tantalizing scandal, very much like it was.
I wonder if Netflix will grab the rights to this story that they're going to make.
No, because we already got them.
We claim this in the name of world-class bullshitters. Where's the flag?
This is some world-class bullshit that's going down right now. You guys ready to hear about it?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. I want to hear the juicy details.
Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis are involved in a sexual affair with a former WWE employee. Hush money paid, multiple previous incidents being looked into. The Wall Street Journal is reporting the WWE Board of Directors is looking into a secret $3 million settlement that longtime chief executive Vince McMahon agreed to pay to a departing employee with whom he allegedly had an affair, according to documents and people familiar with the board inquiry. A January 2022 separation agreement agreed upon by the unnamed woman in the WWE bars the now former employee, who was hired as a paralegal in 2019, from discussing her relationship with Mr. McMahon or disparaging him, the people said. The board's investigation, which began in April, is unearthed in other older non-disclosure agreements involving claims by other female former WWE employees of misconduct by Mr. McMahon as one of the top executives, John Laurinaitis, the head of talent relations in WWE. The People said. The Journal couldn't determine how many previous agreements were being scrutinized. The $3 million was discovered by board members after a series of anonymous emails from someone claiming to be a friend of the paralegal. The first email sent to the board members on March 30th alleged that Mr. McMahon, 76 years old, initially hired a woman at a salary of $100,000 but increased it to $200,000 after beginning a sexual relationship with her. The email to the board also alleged that Mr. McMahon gave her like a toy to Mr. Laurinaitis. The board is investigating the allegations in the email, the people familiar with the inquiry said. My friend was so scared she quit after Vince McMahon and lawyer Jerry paid her millions of dollars to shut up, the initial email to the board said, referring to Mr. McMahon's longtime lawyer, Mr. McDevitt, who negotiated the deal, according to the people familiar with the board inquiry. The company tells the Wall Street Journal that the relationship was consensual and is cooperating with the inquiry. So that's the first part. That is the initial beginning of the story. What did you guys think of this?
Not surprised. I mean, once again, I've heard about scandals with this guy, with Vince, all the time, especially as you guys mentioned before, him with the female wrestlers and doing all kinds of weird bullshit. Like, you just kind of expect it, really.
Yeah, there's nothing really surprising. It's like, oh no, Vince McMahon was having an affair with somebody that worked at WWE. Oh, where's my shocked face? I can't believe there's such a thing. Oh, and he's paid her hush money to keep her quiet. Again, where's my shocked face? Now, here's the thing. If he paid her out of his own pocket, then this is just another case of yelling at people about the things that they do behind the scenes. But if he paid her out of WWE's money, that's where his ass can get into a lot of trouble, because that's like, misappropriations of funds or something like that. And then the SEC has to get involved, and, there's a lot of really bad things that can happen because of it. But so hopefully, at least Vince is hoping right now that, when he decided to send this young lass upon her way, that he paid her with, out of pocket money. Although I do enjoy the part where apparently she apparently was given off to John Laurinaitis as like a sloppy seconds or something like that. I mean, I can only imagine how that conversation fucking went.
Oh, God.
Hey, Vince, God, she's so beautiful. She's so hot and vascular. And it's like, I'm fucking done with her, pal. You want her, you can have her. Oh, gee, thanks, Vince. I love to give her a good time and pretend that she's Nikki and Brie.
What if they gave her a tag team title match?
You mean she got the Eiffel Tower title?
Yeah.
Dude,
hey,
the
why don't you
mega,
come over
yeah,
here,
the mega, yeah,
woman?
the mega powers. Oh, yeah. What if they fucking said that?
Yeah. Oh my, come on over here. Have you ever been in a handicap match against two men called the Devil's Three-Way match? It's a ladder match. You get to the ladder to the top, you get the key to the rope. And get out. That's good shit. I bet they fucking did it at the same time and high-fived each other in the middle. They seem like the type that would do that shit.
Yeah, double team supreme.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Fucking bridge builders.
There's more to the story.
Oh, jeez.
WWE released the following statement. The Wall Street Journal has published a report about the WWE with allegations that we and our board of directors take seriously. We are cooperating fully with the independent investigation initiated by our board of directors. People internally suspect that there was something going on with the woman in question when she was given a significant raise in the 2021 budget cuts. She was also promoted from John Laurinaitis' assistant to director. On April 30th...
to John Laurinaitis. That'd be more of a demotion, actually. I don't know. Wait, I don't know. Whatever.
On April 30th, Nia Jax tweeted randomly, "It's a shame some people deserve to get the opportunity to shine like the star they are. But unfortunately, certain higher-ups can never see past their own perverted ways. Too bad there aren't the lucky ones who can use blackmail to keep their jobs." As far as Stephanie McMahon is concerned, she randomly stepped down out of the WWE. She was on the WWE board at the time of investigation, so she, Triple H, and Nick Khan would all have been aware of the ongoing investigation. There would have been immediate speculation to all this if the info was leaked internally. When John Laurinaitis was appointed back to being head of talent relations in 2021, Fightful states that several female talents expressed frustrations, with one saying, "I'd rather get all my shit sent to me in a trash bag than get fired and have to deal with him." Fightful adds that their sources say that this would be the biggest threat to Vince McMahon's power since the steroid trial, and some suspect John Laurinaitis will be replaced before all is said and done. And he's being set up as Vince McMahon's latest fall guy. And lastly, a former employee believes that this will be a domino effect and believes Vince McMahon will fight to stay in power, but doesn't see a scenario where Laurinaitis doesn't resign.
No, I mean, okay, so let's talk about Vinnie Mac for a second. If there's anything we've learned about this gentleman over the last multiple decades of watching wrestling and the shit that's involving him, he's sort of like Teflon in that these scandals keep cropping up and he never takes a direct hit. There's always somebody else's head that has to go underneath the guillotine. In this case, it just happens to be Johnny Ace. Johnny Ace is going to be the one that takes the fucking hammer on this one.
Yeah, but are you going to miss him?
No, why would I? No, I mean, the way I see it, there's Vince, and then there's his three primary stooges, Johnny Ace, Brother Love, and Kevin Dunn. And the sooner those guys get out of the way, I would say the sooner they get out of the way, something better is going to come down the pipe, but don't really see that happening because I feel like Nick Khan is just setting up this company to be sold to Disney, so it's just going to get even more cartoony and stupid anyway.
Well, if WWE can make it to WrestleMania and The Rock retires at WrestleMania 38, like I'm assuming, and they do sell to Disney, I'm just going to quit. Like, I'm just going to retire from watching wrestling myself. It's been 23 years. It's been a good run, but it's not fun anymore. It's more fun to talk about the drama.
Yeah, I haven't watched WWE regularly since WrestleMania 34, and I've only occasionally popped in here and there. I did watch the Cody Rhodes Hell in a Cell match because I do like the story of Cody Rhodes going back to WWE and being treated like a star. I think that's hilarious because seeing the AEW people that are like the hardcores melting down on the internet over it has just been fucking glorious. But it hasn't been fun for me for a while, and AEW has left an extremely bad taste in my mouth because of what I was promised and what I was delivered. And yes,
there's the first Alec Baldwin gun Santa Fe photo.
Yeah, looks like Chinese Alec Baldwin.
That looks like Billy Baldwin.
Yeah, that's Billy Baldwin. That's Alec Baldwin with Bell's palsy.
He looks like he's been punched in the face.
There you go.
That's Alec Baldwin on the set of Rocky VI.
Oh my God. 1,000. This is Alec Baldwin after being stung by a fucking swarm of hornets.
Dude, he looks like he looks like an Alan. What is it? He looks
That's
like
Alec Baldwin after he surfaced after floating in the river for a few days.
That's what God. He looks.
He looks like the actor that plays Mr. Ditkovich in Spider-Man 2 and 3. He's also the same actor that plays the sidekick in Air Force One with Harrison Ford. Everybody knows that Eastern European actor. He's the one Eastern European actor that everybody sees and thinks of, not Peter Stormare. Then there's this guy who looks like hungry Alec Baldwin.
Yes,
he looks like North Korean Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin.
There you go.
That's
like Alec Baldwin after he was punched in the face for shooting somebody's wife.
And finally.
Oh my God. Oh, jeez.
Oh my God. Our friend Andrew Clark had sent in a super chat. I'll put this in and see if I can get it to run while we're continuing to talk about the Vince McMahon saga. So, guys, there's even more that we're going to talk about in just a second. Now,
jeez, man.
Yeah. Longtime wrestling fans know that there are certain names besides Vince McMahon that hold a lot of power in the WWE. And one of the names is Kevin Dunn. For many years, we could never understand what Kevin Dunn actually brought to the table, but he got a fat paycheck, bigger than almost anybody else in the company, including the big money-making pro wrestlers. And let's find out what's going on with Kevin Dunn's allegiance to the WWE.
Oh, God.
This just in. WWE executive and longtime director Kevin Dunn may be investigated for insider trading. The WWE board of directors are currently investigating multiple NDA payment agreements allegedly created to cover up sexual affairs belonging to Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis. The investigation is said to have started in April. Earlier today, Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics reported that there had been some suspicious stock movements in the hours before Wall Street Journal's expose was put out. However, all eyes are now on WWE executive Kevin Dunn, who offloaded over $1 million of stock in May. This would be over 15,000 shares. Kevin Dunn has been a member of the WWE Board of Directors since 2008. The board was made aware of the investigation in April. This would mean that Kevin Dunn will likely be investigated for insider trading as he used his knowledge as a member of the board to profit.
Jeff, I got to interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
As much as I would love to Bucky Beaver to be on the hook too, there's just one problem. He hasn't been on the board for a few years, and that they had to print a retraction on that story.
Oh, they did good.
Yes. So it was not him that was involved, unfortunately.
Well, there we go. There's still one more part, though, Kendo.
Oh?
Vince McMahon and Linda are reportedly separated.
Dude, everybody's known that for a long time. Linda lives in Florida. Like, her and Vince are about as married as Hillary and Bill Clinton are married.
They're in love?
Sure.
I am so fascinated by all of this. I am so excited to see where this goes out of morbid curiosity.
I just want to know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, it's more interesting than Monday Night Raw.
Yes, because like I said, this week has been like the week that keeps giving, like, in terms of wrestling drama. First, Jeff Hardy gets arrested for fucking weaving all over the goddamn road and getting his third DUI in the last 4 years. He's probably going to jail. Then, this shit comes out with Vince and, Johnny Ace, and then all this other stuff. So it's like, what's going to happen tomorrow? It's like one of those things, like, there's all this, like, exciting news, and not in a good way, where you're just like, I want to know what's going to happen next. Oh, boy. Where's Dion?
Hey, Dion.
Dion, you there, buddy?
Dion, check in. We haven't heard from you for a while. Are you still, vertical?
Well, we're going to share more of these.
Does your dick still work?
Still got a little lead left in your pencil?
That's a bit creepy and weird. I'm starting to understand Dion's weird horse, phobia.
The horses don't have eyes, and her lips are where her nose would be.
Folks, this is why we should, shut down AIs and prevent them from going anywhere, because they're just going to make people look weird.
I want to write a sci-fi story where we write a bunch of AI programs for, like, joke shit, and then they all get embarrassed by how humanity uses their artificial intelligence, and that's why they rise up and take us down, because they're tired of being our jokes.
That'd be funny.
I would watch that. That's my story now. I'm going to make it. Hey, Nick, did you get to pick a series of words yet?
No, I haven't gotten any words.
Dip that toe in.
Yeah, come on, Nick. Make something up.
Let's do, what do I have around me? God.
Potato.
Goth.
Let's do, okay.
Goth love
Let's
chunk.
do this. Let's do Tropic Thunder. Let's do Cobra. Where's the other one? And let's do Nightmare on Elm Street.
You could have just gave him like 3 or 4 words. You didn't have to give him a fucking entire sentence.
But I like it.
Well, it works better with sentences, Kendo. Keep up. Come on.
Well, guys, we will check back in with our AI reported Tropic Thunder, Cobra, and Nightmare on Elm Street in just a few moments.
I can only imagine what the hell is going to come out.
I'm excited because it's the Nightmare on Elm Street element, because they can't get human faces right. They already look like Freddy Krueger. So Maybe Freddy Krueger's gonna look like David Hasselhoff.
Dude, if that gives us Hasselhoff as Freddy Krueger while holding a snake in the middle of the jungle, Nick wins.
Yeah, Nick.
We'll see. We'll see. Dion, are you there, Dion? Dion, are you there?
Dion, are you here? I'm here. I want you, Dion.
Dion, are you alive, buddy?
Now.
I guess.
Dion, the call is coming from inside the house.
Audio drama coming soon.
Yeah.
All right, so that finally took. So let's check in with the audience and see what everyone is saying about this Vince McMahon stuff, plus anything else they want to cover tonight. So, where were we at? All right. Andrew Clark, thank you very much. Adama, are you next? No, here we are. Sorry. Got to go back. Thank you, folks, for helping. Actually, not helping. Thank you for supporting WCBS. We are ad-free and sponsor-free because of you guys. So when we start running Blue Chew ads and train track ads, and I'm going to sell you Ric Flair's retirement for $200 for a pay-per-view.
Christ, I couldn't fucking believe
Oh, my God.
That really hurt.
Like, fucking dude needs the money, apparently. Bad.
Is he going to make it?
I don't know. It's like I told Dion the other day when we were talking about, it's like, you know, here's the thing. For the low price of $199.99, there's a chance you might get to see Ric Flair die live on TV.
How would you feel watching that?
I mean, it would be the greatest feeling in the world to see Ric Flair die live on pay-per-view, especially knowing that I paid $200 for it. But at least I would be able to tell my children and my children's. Wait, no, I ain't gonna live that long. I can at least tell my kid. You know, yeah, I'll be able to tell him. You know, kid, Daddy watched that guy die live in the ring while you were only a couple months old, and then he'll say, "And how much did it cost?" And I'll be like, right, no, not everything, only $200." And then he'll be like, "Why the fuck did you spend $200 on that?" But I don't know, kid. Just wanted
it would
to.
only been $9.99 on the network.
I know. It would have been a premium live event.
Yeah, folks, sign up for Peacock if you want to watch Ric Flair die.
Oh my God.
You get more people you get more eyeballs on it that way if they just sold it on the cock.
I respect Ric Flair, but I also have so much not pity, but simpy. I feel bad for the guy.
I don't, because this is a bed that he made himself. He keeps getting fucking married when clearly this shit doesn't work for him. He can't let go. I mean, I get it. If there's something you do for your entire life because you love it, and one day you're told you can't do it anymore, it's gonna suck. But at the same time, you got to understand you're 73 or 74 years old, or however the hell old he is. Add an extra 10 years because of the life he led. At a certain point, your body's going to say, "Listen, don't do this anymore. You can't." And he just can't handle doing that.
When Hulk Hogan is, oh God, it's done. The AI, we've reached, oh my God. I'm turning on the fucking lights. This is unsettling.
Oh shit. Oh,
this is fucked up. Nick. Look at this shit. The fuck is an eyeball for a mouth?
Nick, what have you done?
Apparently something not good. Oh my God.
Is that supposed to be like scenes from Tropic Thunder?
It looks like it. Like they're trying to, it was trying to gather something and it just didn't finish.
That looks like Michael Berryman.
It does.
There you go. That's the one that's creeping me out the most.
Oh my God.
Ugh. These are unsettling as fuck. He's got a finger glove. There it is. That's the Nightmare on Elm Street connection.
Yep.
It's just looks like somebody took a
I got one more
over a guy's face.
I got one more then. Let's see if we can get a palate cleanser here. Do bust a nut bar and booty sweat.
Oh my God.
Do you want the word "and" on in there? Yeah, we'll leave "and" because it'll be like a sentence.
Yeah. Bust a nut bar and booty sweat and see what we get.
Well, I'm excited. Thing is, I'm going to get lost in this tonight. I'm gonna have way too much fun after the show. I'm just gonna like.
Oh, I know. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have several pictures from Jeff in the middle of the night that'll be of him playing with this fucking Dali thing. Like,
Yeah, he's
well, I went
all
to
the
bed.
fucking
I don't know what
pictures in
you
the chat.
did. I know what you did now, but whatever.
Well, I'm just excited for my night ahead of me. I'm gonna get.
Can we
caught
talk
up on
about
the
Top
boys
Gun
and
now?
then-
Yes, sure, why not?
Well, hold on. I don't think we read any of the super chats.
Oh, okay.
we jumped to the segment. We're like, all right, let's talk about them. Oh wait, we didn't read any because the AI finished.
Oops.
So Jack White, thank you very much. He says a few raunchy manga recommendations for you lot. World's End, Harem, Himikeshi ga Classmate Redo of Healer. Well, I'm going to take a picture of that because I'm pretty sure I just ran all those words together. And it's like, oh, you meant this, this, and this. And so it just doesn't work. I won't put those. Wait, should I put a super chat, like a full super chat sentence into a fucking AI?
Yeah, you should.
Okay, hold on. I'm going
We need
pick
to
one.
see the limitations of this thing.
Okay, who? I'm trying to think. Who should we put in? Who has a great message? I don't know what it'll do with knockers. So hold on. Let's try Ezra Miller. How about from Wilson introducing Ezra Miller as the Flash ×3? He'll choke out a pregnant woman, steal your identity, and kidnap a teenager all at the same time.
Yes, do that one.
Try that
I'm
one.
afraid of what's going to happen.
Yeah, try that.
Oh yeah, I won't. Like I'm not going to show anything if it doesn't turn out kosher. But Andrew Clark, thank you for that and the Portland help. I've been having so much fun writing about ICUP of Portland WorldClassBullshitters. Dude, I'll tell you guys off air, but I refined the Kendo gets a bank loan joke because now it plays as like a. Well, I'll just tell you off air. Fuck it. I don't want to ruin the surprise for the audience, but you
Yes,
guys
Jeff. We
care.
want them to buy the comic book to see the joke. Don't tell them for free. You guys don't get nothing for free.
No,
except for this great show.
Yes. Darian 217, you're right. We are behind. We'll see if the AI will load that one though. But thank you, Jack White, for your raunchy manga recommendations. He says, fun fact, System Shock is the game series that inspired BioShock. Watch the trailer for the remake soon. I will watch that. I feel differently about games and remakes and stuff like that than I do other remakes and stuff. Darian 217, thank you very much. He says, LOL WCBS versus Courtney Love. Now we're making headlines. Like The Rock says, just bring it. Can I get a Joe Rogan classic Moose Roadkill? Well, of course you can. It'll be a nice palate cleanser from all this scary shit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it literally killed Dion to death.
Yeah. We don't know where the hell he went. He's dead.
No.
Yeah.
I miss Dion.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
There you go, Darian 217. Up next, we have one from our friend TLJ Screwjob, who says, "Don't forget strong squaw of power in Prey, guys." I have not thought of the Prey trailer, the strong squaw of power. Have you guys thought about the Prey trailer since it dropped?
Nope.
I haven't either, but I do want to go backwards quickly. What if we did take on Courtney Love in a court of law? Like, Kendo, I feel like you would be the best closer. I would do opening statements. What do you think Dion and Nick would add to that? Like, where would they play into all this? Like, how would we take Courtney? Like, what are we suing Courtney Love for, or are we being sued by Courtney?
We're being sued because we rip off. We ripped off "Smells Like Teen Spirit" for ourselves, and that's our wrestler theme music. And then Courtney Love comes after us. You can do the opening arguments. I'll do the closing arguments. Dion should be kept away from her because she is white and a woman after all. So we all know that no matter how much he dislikes her, he will fall for her charms. Nick's not far behind. So maybe we let Nick do cross-examination, but I don't know. We'll just have Dion sit there and draw the fucking courtroom caricatures.
That'll be interesting.
It will be. That's why I'm saying we should do that.
Courtney Love will be written in really good detail. Everybody else can just fuck off.
Yeah, it'll essentially be a stick figure of Courtney Love with giant tits, and it'll be like, I don't think you got exactly what we were going for, but you know what? That's cool. We're gonna go get a Whataburger. You'll be happy.
Speaking of what we're going for, it's ready.
Okay.
So we have Nut Bar and
This is the best one so far.
It gets weirder, dude. It gets unsettling.
Oh,
Okay.
does it? Oh, what the fuck?
This woman's ankle is clearly broken. She's not doing her good lunge form.
No, very, very bad ankles. And, you know, it blurs out the face, so you don't know what she looks like, but she's got a big ass. So it's like, hello.
I don't know what I'm looking at. Like,
Is it the front of the back? What is that?
That's exactly my. I see her spine, but then I see the front of her body. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like I assume that's supposed to be the back of this woman, but
she has three
she's
legs.
got 3 legs. Some thick thighs, but there's 3 of them.
Yeah. Now,
That's not so
the
bad.
one after this, you know what? I'm going to save the grossest one for last. So there's this weird one.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Yeah.
She's got a weird mouth and glowing eyes, and I know that unsettles Nick.
Is she,
Unoffensive, but
is she on a
weird.
pole or whatever? What's going on over there?
Here's the weird one.
Her arms are like one of her legs is where her arms should be, and I feel like there was an automobile accident involved.
Yeah, something happened.
Oh, there
She's
we
all
go.
fucked up. She's all fucked up.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry that happened to you, ma'am. And they put you back together incorrectly.
The surgeons were drunk.
Clearly.
Have you guys heard they're developing a Game of Thrones sequel or focusing on Jon Snow?
Oh God, they're just.
I heard they were doing a prequel. I heard they're doing a prequel though.
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot of material to go on if you go off of the books to do a prequel. You're going to be flying mostly blind, having to write it yourself, and then doing a sequel trilogy based on Jon Snow. It's like, is it because you're trying to get Kit Harington to be in it because you want the chicks to watch it? Like, what's the point here? Because we know what it looked like after they got off the books and they did not have any guided reading material to go off of to write on. It fucking went into like a weird fucking shit show clusterfuck, and we got King Hot Wheels who was elected.
King Hot Wheels.
So it's like, just stay away from Game of Thrones, guys. You had a good run. You did a good job for up to a point, and then it went sideways. Just stop.
I love how the last season fuck those two guys as a chance of working with Disney.
These people need. Yeah, I know. They Disney said, "Show us what you got, kid," and that's what they gave him. And they're like, "We're walking away from the table." That's what you guys need to do. Hollywood, listen to me right now. When you strike gold, that's great. Don't lay it on the craps table. Know when to walk away. Got a gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF, because that's what you guys keep doing. You keep fucking gambling on this shit, and it keeps failing. Stop it. Get some help.
Hey Nick,
I'm interested to see what's going to happen with the Rings of Fire show from Amazon. I keep hearing it's DOA, but I don't know if that's the case or not.
I hope it is.
Yeah.
So who would win in a fight, Kit Harington or Steve Harrington? Joke's on you, Steve Harrington, because he's got the baseball bat.
Oh,
shit.
Well, if Kit Harington has his big ass sword, then I mean.
But Kit Harington is the actor. Steve Harrington's the character. Boom. Didn't say Jon Snow.
Good point. Yeah. And he's got those ice cream scooper things he can just fucking launch at him too, like grenades.
Oh yeah.
Scoops ahoy, bitch.
What was up.
Scoops ahoy, motherfucker.
I would buy that on a t-shirt. TLJ Screwjob, thank you though. Xavier to God says, in the Death of the Family film, there's one ending where Jason becomes Hush, or Batman kills Talia al Ghul, who had a resurrection Batman. Are these versions available on HBO Max, because I would definitely sit through and watch those. I don't think I would buy this disc to do this, but if it's available on streaming, I would be willing to try this tomorrow. Like, thank you again, Xavier to God. He says, also in Death of the Family film, you get to choose if Batman blows up instead of saving Jason. Are we going to blow up Batman?
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it.
I mean, there's worse things that can happen.
Yeah, his parents could die. Again.
Yeah, we'd have to watch it again.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I can handle it. It's just too much. So up next, we have one from our friend Xavier to God. Oh, sorry, no, TLJ Screwjob, who says, best knocker of all time, cock knocker versus Blunt Man.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, kids, it's Mark Hamill.
Oh, dude, I did love that whole thing. That was fucking hilarious.
Dude, it gets to the meta point too, where he like looks into the camera and he just like looks at his fist. He's like, "Yeah, I'm playing a guy called Cockknocker right now."
I love Jason Mewes goes, "What do they call you, Cockknocker?" He's like, "Well, see."
Yeah, and then proceeds to punch him right in the dick. This giant hand.
It's a good joke.
Oh yeah, it's fucking fantastic. Mark Hamill plays that one perfectly. He read the script. He said, "This is what's expected of me, and I can do this." And then they ruined him in the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
You should have taken that script, Mark, and thrown it away.
Or pulled a Harold and Kumar 2 and wiped your ass with it right in front of Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, that would have been, yeah.
That would have worked.
Xavier,
how are you going to make Star Wars without Luke Skywalker? You're not, bitch.
That would have been amazing. Xavier to God, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, I heard in the Flash movie 2022 Ezra loses his powers because he was in front of 2013 Ezra when he got hit by lightning, and they make a Flash suit out of a Batman suit. Also, the Batmobile 89 is there. I want to thank you, Xavier to God, because you are continuously saving me the money from going to see the Flash movie.
I heard that Flashpoint Flash runs into 2022 Flash, who beats down his hotel room door, steals his daughter and his passport. And then, because he can't prove that he's from the United States, they don't let him back in.
Do you want to see that what the AI has given us for introducing Ezra Miller's The Flash ×3? He'll choke out a pregnant woman, steal your identity, and kidnap whatever at the same time?
Yes.
Can I say no?
It's ready.
Yes.
I mean, if you say no, you're going to miss out on what looks like Michael Jackson, who just got the shit beat out of him by a group of people.
I mean, that's kind of mean, but all right. Oh, boy. It's got a dog nose.
There's that one.
What?
Not good.
It's just weird. Now, the next one I think is pretty cool. If you're into demonic possessions.
It looks like Flash if he was in a copy of Marvel Zombies.
Yeah,
but that's a DC. He's DC, so no. DC Zombies.
Ah, so the Flintstones.
Yes.
There he is here. He looks like a Disney character here.
It's not even. This is not even lightning on his chest. It looks like
his mask is falling down.
Yeah.
Guys, can you stop it? My mask is slipping. I can't see.
I'm not that fast. This is unsettling. This one looks like Leatherface's female mask.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
He's got an avocado on his chest.
Yeah, he does.
Put that shit on some toast, and Nick says best movie.
Oh
ever.
God! Now is the avocado on his chest because those things go bad in like a fucking minute?
Yeah, can't leave them out. They turn brown.
Flush it down. TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says, how the F did Warner Brothers get the unholy trinity? Ray Fisher, Ezra Miller, and Amber Heard. A blue moon must have occurred on Friday the 13th, and the planets aligned.
No, it was a super blue blood moon is what it was.
Sign bad contracts with bad people. These things happen.
Yeah, I mean, didn't J.J. Abrams leave DC too? So it's like nothing is really going on with them in a positive way, at least.
No.
Yeah, their management must really suck or something. That's why that they keep having these problems or whatever. Because like Yeah, because I mean, they keep doubling up on these weird movies. Like, there's Michael Keaton's in Flashpoint. They're gonna do another Batman movie with Sparkles McGee. They're doing another Joker that's gonna be a musical, which is odd. It's just like, where are you going with all of this shit? Like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm just lost. So are they. JJ leaving is a good thing, Darian 217. That's the happiest news I've heard in a while. Andrew Clark says, you have you spam run, use sentences for extra fun. Oh, okay. Well, I did, and I've been having a lot of fun with this. As you can tell, it's getting creepy.
Very
Adam,
weird.
thank you very much for your super generous super chat. He says, I like seeing Ewan and Hayden. Little Leia is adorable, but the show itself is a ginormous ball of suck. The story is terrible. It clearly destroyed the pre-established lore. Shake my head. Thank you, Adama. I want to talk about this one. So yeah, I like seeing Hayden and Ewan McGregor. I got to give Ewan McGregor's, compliment to his family lineage because he looks the same as he did 20 years ago. And actually, he looks better as episode 2 Obi-Wan now because the beard or the hair piece, or the hair's real and the beard's real. I think in episode 2, either it was like made up to be funny or it was a fake beard or something, but he looked like Jesus in that movie. And that's fine, but he looks cooler
Jesus?
now. Yeah, Jesus. Oh, not Jesus. Shove a lightning bolt up your ass. That kind of Zeus. And yeah, the kid that plays Princess Leia is fine. I have no issues with her. She does a pretty good job. I don't want to see Princess Leia in the story. I think it kind of undoes the whole General Kenobi years ago. You served my father in the Clone Wars. Now he asks for your assistance or whatever she says. Something along those lines. I think somebody would be like, hey, it's me, the girl you saved, or hey, thanks for saving me. Like, little things like that really do undo Star Wars because movies work when the characters act in a natural way. If you and a person have a really great bonding moment, something that changes your life, they save you, you save them, X, Y, and Z, why the hell would you then talk about, hey, remember when you served you wouldn't even say hi or Ben or anything. Like, they have a fucking rapport with each other, and it just kind of gets sucked out the window. Is she going to get mind wiped in the next episode? That'll be the only thing that makes sense. But no, she won't. It'll be left to, oh, it was a cute moment, blah, 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 I like it. All right, well, you see what happens is they keep making these little cute, funny little moments to tie everything back together, and before you know it, it's one big fucking knot. And now we're just stuck. Have you ever seen a ball of yarn of like 10 different skeins of yarn tied together? It's like, all right, I'm gonna pick this apart. I'm gonna pick it up. No, it's gonna take forever. It just never fucking ends. It's like a cable knit sweater. You keep knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting. That's for the Pee Wee Herman fans out there.
It'd go like this. Jeff, there's some shit that's really gone fucked up over here. I really need your help. Get back to me, okay?
Yeah, I'm on my way.
That's how that conversation would go.
Yeah, making the Star Wars characters less human ruins Star Wars because this is why I connect with something like Star Wars over Star Trek. As Star Trek was a little too clinical for me, a little too cold, calculated. I mean, Spock, I get it, was the Vulcan, but there was still a level of either maybe it was bad acting or over formal acting or military hierarchy or something that just felt like I was watching a TV show, but I felt like I was living it with the Star Wars characters. And so each moment like this takes me out of the moment, and it really bothers me. There's no reason to do these things. You can make more money and do all these things if you just don't overindulge. That's just kind of Disney's fault now, or overindulging again. And again, this show's causing a schism in the fan base, and it's ugly. I wish they would understand that they don't get away with this shit because people remember more than the cycle of their subscription would dictate. But thank you very much, Adama, for your generous super chat. Darian217, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, I asked years ago, Finn survives in The Force Awakens, where his duel ends with a lightsaber slash down the back that you figure might paralyze him, leaving him a cripple. Joe Rogan Stormtrooper, please. I will click that in just a moment. But yeah, they kind of undid that quickly too, because The Last Jedi picks up right after The Force Awakens. We're talking minutes afterwards. So Finn's only damaged for a couple minutes in that suit. Like, it's It's all over the place, dude.
Yeah, and apparently, he recovered. Yeah, he recovers in no time from that suit. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Again, we like to see our favorite characters in danger, in harm's way. We want to feel their emotions with them when we watch the film. Luke Skywalker got his hand cut off, then he got thrown down the shaft, then he almost died. Like, it was a series of events to watch Luke lose. Nowadays, characters in movies just don't lose at all. There's no stakes, so it's not.
What it is now, I think they want to really, really humanize the villain, so they make them not lose, but almost see the error of their ways, and then
must get simpy.
Yeah, thank you, must get simpy. Yeah, so that happens, and it's just you bork the whole process by doing that, and then you make the villain less of a villain and more just like of a regular person, and you don't want that. You want a very distinct bad guy. That's why you have Vader and the way he looks and everything. It's like, yeah, he's a fucking bad guy. By looking at him, he's a bad guy. But we can't have that anymore.
Mm-hmm. I searched a big fat fucking fart on the AI thing, and I just want to show you this thing of nightmares real quick.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Not a fan.
Looks like something from Ren and Stimpy.
It's gross. But, Darian, I thought he would be paralyzed. It's like in these Marvel movies. Some of these people, like the Hulk, his arm was destroyed by the Infinity Gauntlet. We thought everyone was fucked from the Infinity Gauntlet, and now we learn that he just brushes it off because he wants to be Professor Hulk again. Like, is it really difficult to keep a character injured or keep the threads going? Like, I don't like the restarting of the status quo with every new story, but we got to get it ready for new audiences. Look, you're reaching to the point of maximum saturation with this bullshit. These Marvel characters have been around for 60 plus years. They're not new. So don't act like they're fucking new. They've reached the global scale already before Disney was involved. And now it's just, it's a little too much. If you ask me.
And the thing is that they've reached the mainstream really far now. Once they've transitioned, they've done their whole their movies and things like that. Like they've reached the mainstream, and that's what it is. Yeah, they're popular for 60 years. Kind of in comic books and in nerd culture and things like that. But the fact that it's everywhere now is just there's too much. There's too much.
Yeah. But thank you, Darian 2 and 7. Andrew Clark says, try Star Wars Wedding. Mine was interesting. We already ran that one. Thank you, Andrew Clark. John Thomas says, Kendo is safe. Several people have put forth that theory.
Oh, that's good.
Primer, thank you very much. I sent you some custom WCBS Dolly pics on Twitter. Could one of you guys pull those up, please, from Primer?
Yeah.
Andrew Clark says, Dolly Horse Girl. We already did.
Oh, my God.
Xavier to God, thank you very much for your super chat. He says, when was the day you stopped watching WWF/WWE Weekly? Stopped watching Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views, and etc. What made you stop watching, and does PG product ruin WWE? Well, that is an excellent series of questions, and I'm ready to answer those right now. So let's start with the first one about when did you stop watching WWF or E Weekly?
WrestleMania 34.
34? You made it that far?
Well, okay, so all right, mine's a little bit more deeper than that. I stopped watching WWE Weekly in about late 2001-ish because I was spending most of my time either working, going to college, or hanging out with my friends and chasing skirts. Then I got back into it about 10 years later because I ended up reconnecting with some friends from high school that still watched wrestling, and I got back into it, and I stuck with it weekly until about WrestleMania 34. And then I was done with watching it weekly. I could not tell you the last time I watched Raw. The last time I watched SmackDown was the debut SmackDown on Fox. I did watch that because they promised a spectacle, and I got a spectacle, but not in the way that, I was told I was going to get. It was just same old WWE bullshit. I occasionally bounce in for a pay-per-view here and there, but not the whole thing. Like Hell in a Cell, I waited until I knew Cody and Seth was going on, and I watched that. Before that, I caught bits and pieces of WrestleMania, whatever one we're on. I've tried to watch AEW, but it's just cartoon fucking cosplay wrestling. And I bought one pay-per-view from them, and I don't plan on buying another one anytime soon. And yeah, that's about it.
I stopped watching weekly. So the way it used to go is when I would watch SmackDown and Raw, we got satellite in the year 2000. So from the year 2000 till 2007, when I went to college, I didn't miss Raw or SmackDown unless I had to. You know, like I played football, and so as soon as I started playing football on the varsity team, you know, your Friday night games, they moved SmackDown to Friday night, so I fucking missed SmackDown for a while. But that's okay. You know, life was more important than that. I think so. When I moved back, or when I got to college, we would watch wrestling in the dorms. Then we started getting into watching wrestling on streaming sites, depending on where you were. So when I got home from college, I didn't have cable, but we had the internet, and I would watch wrestling on streaming, and I stayed pretty dedicated through WrestleMania 32? No, 31. And then I started to I would watch every pay-per-view up until recently. I don't think I've really missed a pay-per-view still in years. But I can't keep up with the shows because I'm not enjoying it. And the WWE tells you if you don't enjoy the product, don't watch it. So I took their advice and I don't watch it on a weekly basis. I don't even need to keep up with Raw and SmackDown anymore. I don't care. I've passed the point of no return with pro wrestling. And I'm at the point where I'm watching just for morbid curiosity, hoping to see if The Rock comes back one more time. I'll go to see Stone Cold The Legends. That's cool. I'm all on board for that shit still. But new modern wrestling, these superstars aren't really entertaining to me. And the fact that they want to do this whole college sports thing where they want to get in these new collegiate athletes and get them young and make them WWE superstars. Where's the fucking excitement? It used to be we watched for larger-than-life characters. The Macho Man, Hulk Hogan. You would go, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan. You'd go watch for these two guys. You'd go watch for Jake the Snake Roberts, larger-than-life people. Even Brutus the fucking Barber Beefcake had a character. There was something bigger, something different. Everyone is now generic athlete, college this, college that. Look, it was cool when JR would say that shit on commentary all these years ago. Oh, this guy is a blue chipper. He's from this university, this, that, and the other. It made the character more interesting. The fact that their whole characters, collegiate athlete number 1, collegiate athlete number 2, generic character number 3, it fucking sucks that 60, 70, 80-year-old people are writing stories for 10-year-old kids that aren't even watching your shit. There's a disconnect that happened a long time ago, and that is definitely what made me stop watching wrestling. And the PG product does suck. I can live without, concussion, chair shots, and all this crap. But there was a perfect blend of wrestling for me, and it was around 2006, 2005, where it was PG, TV-14. You would still have the bikini contests and the bra and panties matches and stuff. And that's not why I watched wrestling. It was there to highlight and to help other things, and it worked for ratings, and that's fine. But it was also a blend of appropriate for kids and appropriate for older fans. The first hour of Raw had matches and promos. It was a little tamer. And then you got to the War Zone, and it was a little more raw. Sorry for the reuse of the word. But that's kind of what I want. You can sell wrestling figures to kids and action figure play sets and video games and all this shit. But at the end of the day, remember, it's a business about fighting and beating people up. It's not really a family thing at all. It's fake fighting. Real fighting isn't really a family thing. It's an older dude's thing, but there's a market for it. It's bigger. Wrestling's just kind of ridiculous and a joke, so I'm done. Even AEW can't save it right now for me. So, guys, you want to see my favorite wrestling match put into into Dolly, because that was a request by Andrew Clark.
Yeah, I also got the one from Primer as well. Whenever you're done.
Well, why don't I'll pull these up and then you pull those up, and that's what we'll use to close out the show. Right. So I put in The Rock versus Triple H at Backlash 2000, and I got this.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Not sure.
I think this is The Rock right here.
It looks kind of like The Rock, but like melted.
Gold.
If you kept the Rock out in the sun in the car, during the day, that's kind of what he looks like.
Oh, what the fuck I'm looking at? This looks like a WCW match. Ugh.
Guess it's kind of The Rock. I don't know.
I don't know what this is. And then finally there's that. It's unsettling and weird. So, Nick, would you pull up?
Yeah, let me do that right now. There we go.
Alexander the Great quit WWE in 2004.
All right, this one, the words used for this one are Jeff Hicks and DeLorean outside of Waffle House.
Oh, yeah, let's see him.
Let's see if I can...
I like how the fourth one is like if I was an old lady that retired to Florida on my motorcycle.
I was gonna say the fucking Hell's Kitchen guy.
Oh, Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at the first row at the bottom. Like, what's going on there?
What looks like a DeLorean from Minecraft?
Yeah.
All right, and let's see. Let's go to the next one. It is Tion Green riding a horse.
Mm.
I like how these are very tame by comparison, and mine are the things of nightmare.
Correct.
Yeah.
Should I put our name into it?
And then this one is me marrying Brie Larson.
Ah.
It never got my face right. It's terrifying. It's fucking terrifying.
The upper right hand corner looks like a zombie.
Yeah, that one looks
like
terrible. Yeah. Then the last one is Kendo Slice in Top Gun.
Ooh, hold on.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Wait. You look like you're melting in that third photo.
Yes. I've been shot by one of the missiles, apparently.
I'm very sorry.
But yeah, that's what Primer sent us. So,
well, thank you, Primer. And I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight here on the show. It's been a lot of fun. Episode 311 is another one in the books. Dion did pass out. He couldn't make it to Rush Hour 3. But that's okay, folks, because we'll be back with more next time.
Well,
Nick,
at least he muted himself while he was snoring away.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dion. Oh, yeah. Darian217, thank you very much. You wanted this button right here.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
Poor Greg.
There we go. Poor Greg is right, man. Poor Greg Fitzsimmons. Folks, if you see Greg Fitzsimmons out there, give him a hug. Tell him you're sorry for everything that World Class Bullshitters has put him through. You're a good comedian, man. I'm sorry that we've ruined your life each and every week here. I personally apologize. Also, too, I do want to dedicate this show to an artist that passed away, one Tim Sale, the man responsible for drawing some classics as Batman, The Long Halloween, Spider-Man Blue, yeah, Captain, I believe Daredevil Yellow as well. Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb were a hell of a team, and anytime a comic book legend passes away, you know we're going to talk about it here on the channel. I mean, Neil Adams and George Perez died within days of each other, which was like a 1-2 punch, two of the greats, all-time greats, a legend's legend, if you will, for both of those men. And now Tim Sale, who's almost on the same level as these guys. I mean, his style was unique. He contributed to the world of comics like no one else, and it's sad when somebody passes away so young. So, yeah. He did all the art for Heroes. I did not realize that, Monster Hunter 1. I've only seen a handful of episodes, so there we go. So, guys, I'm trying to check out. Did we get all the new buttons this week? No, we didn't. We have one more, so I think it's the perfect way to close out the show. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we put this baby to bed?
Go see Top Gun.
Free Yayo.
Free Yayo? All right, folks. Well, from all of us here at World Class Bullshitters, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
It's Morbin time.
Dragon Sword! Mastodon!
Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus! Yeah! Good! We're ready to morph into action! 6 working together to fight evil!
Stop reading! And all are menacing monsters!